Okay, so let's try this. Honestly, it's not too big of a deal if it doesn't really show my face moving at the same time. You won't be seeing me too much, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully you won't be seeing me too much. So we do want to be in game while we're doing everything. Maybe it's actually my settings. Settings, but audio, to beach. Let me check now. But we do have a game to start it off. Let's hit play. Trying to get everything. Oh, still off. Don't forget. Someone doesn't want bridge head, then UV toe. Alright, so I'm live again. Maybe. Hang on. Let me just get into this party. Because our first game is going to be Ghoul versus Mr. Stork. Okay, so let's try this.
Oh, here we go.
Honestly, it's not too big of a deal if it doesn't really show my face moving at the same time. You won't be seeing me too much.
Okay, so it does work.
Alright,
we're
yeah,
good.
hopefully you won't be seeing me too much.
So anyway, guys, our
So
first game, Mr. Stork
we do wanna
versus
be in
Ghoul.
game, while we're doing
Ghoul, let me check and see what
everything.
he is. It's looking
maybe
to
it's
be
actually my settings.
a TVZ here, because Mr. Stork, of course, one of the best players in the world, is a diamond level Zerg, and it is going to be a TVZ for our first match.
Let me check now. But we do have a game
On
to
Bridgehead.
start it off.
Oh, let me just shut me up on my side. But anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. Again, we'll be giving away this beauty as soon as I unlag out. But this is a $20 Steam gift card, you can see. It is legit, it is real, it is awesome. You know, you have the chance to win it if you're a follower of the stream. I pretty much am bribing you, by the way. This is a bribe. But it is a best of one. Okay, so yeah, this is a best of one on Bridgehead LE TVZ, my favorite matchup. Played a lot of it yesterday. Did not go very well, but you know what? Hey, DJ, I'll get you in after this game, alright? We'll get you in after game, then. But here we go, guys. We're hopping into game number 1. I'm going to get everything set up here. Get that in. But anyway, guys, spawning up here in the top position, representing 1F Academy, it's Ghoul. That's the worst one I've ever done. But up down here, representing Omni, the mute your stream, can hear you twice. But anyway, representing Omni, it's Mr. Stork. Muted it. Oh boy, what's the problem? Hopefully. But, here we go. Let me just see where you guys are at while this game gets underway. Okay, so you're still there. No problem. Let me do that one more time. But here we go, guys. Let's do that.
So this game has gotten underway. You know, nothing too weird out of either opponent. Sorry again for my voice. It's a bit cracked, but we got to do this. It's going to be a 1 racks into gas, so it's looking like he wants to go for Reapers. Whether he decides to go 3 or 1 is going to decide pretty much a kind of pace of this game. If you go 3 Reapers, obviously you can kill a queen, you can kill a lot of Zerglings, you can get to the drones if all the queens are dead. Hang on. Power of Queen. Dr. Scare am casting at the moment. But on the other side of the map, we do have gas for that early speed timing to try and defend against that. But on the other side of the map, no Reapers are on the map. We do have the refinery for that early factory, but instead of getting that scouting information with a Reaper, he's going to go for the safer Marines. He actually is going to go for a Reaper after this. I actually have not seen this build too much. I guess he's just a bit worried about that Overlord scout, so he's going to hide his units over here. Well, he is queuing up a patrol movement. I'm good now, thanks DJ. But he is putting the patrol movement over here because those rocks are so annoying on this map. Sometimes you can get a hatchery being spawned right here, get those spine crawlers up, start taking down the rocks, and it's really hard to hold if you're not prepared for it. If you guys don't know our resident cheese or zombie, he loves that build on this map. But we do have that second base going down. He did pull out of gas, so that speed timing pretty much lined up. He's going to be able to make a lot more Zerglings and Queens at this point because of that extra mineral income. But we do have the Reaper coming in here, actually going to get a drone that's not very good. All the Zerglings are on the other side of the map, or where are they? They actually did come back here, out of position, so the Reaper is going to get away for now, but this is going to prompt a lot of units out of Mr. Stork. Probably wants to go for an aggressive attack here soon just to make the hit to his economy worth it, but with speed almost done, this Reaper is going to die if he does not get the heck out of there right now. And with speed finishing up just about now. Yeah, that Reaper is going to be dead if he decides to stick around. But on the other side of the map, we do have Overlords going down. That is going to supply block Mr. Stork, so that is a good move out of Ghoul here. You really want to keep that Zerg opponent from getting up to that critical mass. Once they hit that critical mass, they are really hard to stop. On the back of this, we do not have a lair yet, or a Baneling nest. It looks like the wall is down, however, so Mr. Stork is going to get in here, get a lot of damage done on these Marines. And he can start going for the mineral lines. That's maybe game ending here if you can't hold this. The supply depot is going to be the choice for the attack right now. That may be worth it, but honestly, you really want to go for the SCVs at this point. The Marines here going to try and clean this up. We also have a Hellion on the way. So this is not game ending just yet, but it's going to prompt a large Zergling flood across the map. And now that there is no wall, it looks like Mr. Stork may have actually taken this game with this build. We have 5-6 workers going down, and that number is rising substantially. That one Hellion that popped is going to get taken out here. He can't get into a good position. All these workers need to start attacking. They need to close up that gap as well. But Ghoul is going to tap out. He's going to make sure that he doesn't get tilted. And Mr. Stork does take this game. So a great play out of Mr. Stork. Honestly, I'm pretty surprised that he goes that. It used to be the joke when he was playing down in the Bronze, Silver, Gold that if he made a Ling, you know you effed up. I can't curse on stream. But Ghoul saying good luck in the tournament to Mr. Stork. Mr. Stork is going to advance. This was a best of one. Saw Gunner 2. I'm going to look for a different game here, just because it's kind of boring watching the same people. Anyone want to be casted? Going to look for
another game. Good luck, guys. But here we go. I'm gonna leave that party. Look for another one. In the plat die. Sorry. But here we go. We're gonna find another game here. Who is here? Oh, DJ, let's also get you in. Going to open up Skype. So we'll be right back, guys. I'm open. Okay. Invite me and DJ Spectre. Okay, let me... Oh, shoot, I can't get to my... Ooh. Hopefully you can't see this. And, where is he? Interested him. Alright, so, updating Skype at the moment. Hey, DJ. Logging into Skype. Now it's going slow. Alright, so we got another match. It is going to be Zane versus someone else. Loading in the Skype now, too. Hopefully we can get the man with the plan, DJ Spectre, in the house. And what else we got around here? Alright, so guys, we also have hit me with a Skype call when ready to co-cast. I know, DJ, I'm working on it. My Skype is moving really slow. But if you guys are enjoying the stream, hit that follow button, hit that super happy fun time button. That sounded a lot more dirtier than I meant, but Skype is moving really slow, so I'm going to see what I have here. And actually, we just had a lot of people follow me. You guys really want that, you guys really want that, you guys really want that Steam card, don't you? So thank you, Arceosis.
Yo, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, man? Just reading some follows out.
That's no problem. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I might need my Twitch alerts up. I don't have my Twitch alerts running. Alerts, where is it? Somehow the page got like closed on me, and so launch Twitch alerts.
Alright, so while you're doing that, thank you, Arceosis, Exiled SC, McRib for her pleasure, and Friguccio for the follows. You guys really want those Steam cards, don't you?
No kidding. Apparently they want something, brother. Maybe they just want you and your Steam card.
Heck, I should have just, like, if I would have known it was this easy to get followers, I would have bribed them a long time ago.
Well, isn't that how it always goes? Like, the internet just always wants free stuff, and they don't want anything. They don't want to do anything for it. But that's kind of how it goes. It works, because I'm sort of that way too.
Yeah. Anyway, guys. Also, let me know if you can hear DJ Spectre just fine. Usually my stream really hates co-casters.
Well, you know what? I hate co-casters too. So therefore, it's just equal. I hate you as well.
But, senpai.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I know.
I hate solo casting. Like, solo casting has got to be one of the most boring things in the world. Like, I don't know how Day 9 went like 5 years with just basically talking to himself in his room every day for an hour. I'm like, I would have stabbed myself in the face.
Yeah. Anyway,
probably
guys,
on stream live, just because I could.
Yeah.
So.
Also, thank you, Prevail420 for the follow. If you guys want to see how many points you got, just type in !droppers. That's
droppers. Are they dropping it, or are they just dropping stuff?
Well, you know how Element calls me Passer the Drop Master?
That's
I
kind
don't
of what
know
it was.
because he's not in the group anymore. He left like a week ago.
I know.
So I don't actually know.
Well, he's in another group we have. It's the what do you call it?
I don't know.
The
admin group?
admin group. So that's where he still calls me that.
If that's what he wants to do.
Yeah, I used to
Pass
actually
the
call my
dropper.
I actually almost called my stuff Spectres in honor of you, but thank you KMBRM for 91 for the follow as well. But yeah, just went with droppers.
All right. So it looks like I gotta look at the bracket here. Like I'm so bass backwards because I got home from work late from work, which is why I originally didn't commit. I mean, like 2 days ago, I told these guys I'm like I'm not gonna be able to cast today because I knew I'd I had to work late.
Yeah, I hear you. I have the whole
Oh, by
house
the way,
to
guys, people,
myself.
if you guys are watching my stream, please let me know if the game volumes are up. I noticed that my game volumes were not. Well, in one situation, they were like obliteratingly overpowering, and I couldn't hear my co-caster in another stream. So I want to make sure that doesn't happen twice.
Yeah, no worries. So for those of you who don't know, his stream is twitch.tv/DJ Spectre.
Awesome.
Caps don't matter, but he's an awesome guy. If you want to follow him as well, you don't get any prizes for it. This is the better stream, but but go ahead and give him a follow if you want. He does have more followers than me, so I can't really call him bad.
Hey, you have more viewers though right now. I have myself viewing my own stream at the moment because I just literally fired up about 2 minutes before before we decide to hang out.
Awesome. So why don't you do your plugs while we're waiting for this?
Well, what I do, my main shtick here is that I cast the ESL stuff on Saturdays and on Sundays and Wednesdays. There is a Saturday Cup as well. But you can find me on Twitter at DJ Spectre TV, or you can find me at twitch.tv/DJ Spectre. The other piece is that I do a Thirsty Thursday stream where basically on Thursdays starting at 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern, is I get wasted and play video games and try to see if there's like a happy medium between how many beers versus how good I get.
It doesn't work.
Usually the more complicated the game, the worse it gets. But the social experiment continues, so come join me for Thirsty Thursdays, and that is spelled THURSTY. So thirsty is spelled like the word Thursday, basically. That's a long story, and I won't go into it on the stream. But anyway, that's what I do.
Hey, what is up, Meek? You actually followed last night. Thank you for that. I never got you a shout out, but there you go.
Oh yeah, I better pop your chat out too, because I can't see yo chat. Can't see yo chat.
Yo, chat.
Can't see yo chat. We gotta pop out yo chat. I just got all the chats popped up. I got everything popping. I'm popping. I'm knocking. I don't know. I've got to go full screen so I'm not dropping, because that happens every friggin' time I cast. I end up not going full screen mode.
Hopefully I don't lag out anytime soon, but I do have like a billion windows brought up. I got Passerbot.
Welcome to streaming, brah.
Yeah, I know. I got Passerbot. I got my Twitch thing that lets me see everything. I
seriously need like a third monitor or a higher resolution secondary monitor. So.
Right. But anyway, guys.
I think I got the overlay done. Well, whatever. We'll just put the overlay here because I don't have the standard overlay running anyway.
Yeah, but anyway, guys.
Yes. So why don't you go ahead and start the introductions, Mr. Pastor, since you've got more viewers than I.
Well, I'm trying to, if you'd let me. But spawning down here in the bottom position, representing past 2, it's Zane.
And his opposition, who apparently he also likes Protoss, he's blue. His name is Dreamatos.
Yeah, so we have. Oh gosh, I have to go. I actually do have to go full screen here. Crap. Your Skype thing is blocking part of the screen, and hopefully I didn't just lag everyone. But here we go, guys. PvP, one of the more standard of the mirror matchups. You're still there, right?
Yeah, I didn't go anywhere. I know it's weird that I'm not talking. I know it's a fucking strange thing, isn't it?
I just can't tell half. I just can't tell half the time because every time I like adjust one little thing, everything seems to break. It's like that coding thing. 99. I'm not even gonna finish that. so cheesy.
I don't even know where you were going with that, but you're gonna have to roll with it, my friend.
99 bugs in the code. 99 bugs in the code. You take
Oh,
one
that
down,
one.
fix it around. 199
Bugs in the code. Yeah, I know. That's how it always works. I mean, I don't even do the development part of it, but trust me, it's like I used to code web pages like back when it's like in college. And it's like literally, it's like, oh, I just want to fix the formatting on this one table, and then somehow now like your font is in like Arabic.
Yeah.
And you're like,
yeah, go ahead.
what?
Yeah, I actually took one class of computer science thinking I wanted to do that. Needless to say, I am not going to go computer science.
Yeah, you're like, by the way, I'm a plumber now.
I'm gonna be picking up at get dual screen or tri-screen pro. Yeah, that's a suggestion from Alan for you.
Oh, like the thing is, I don't have enough room on my desk. If you guys haven't seen my desk, like I have a better home theater system for my computer than my actual home theater in my living room. And the reason for that is because I've never actually, brace yourself for this, bought a TV in my entire life. Never bought one. Never, like I've owned and possessed TVs, but someone else has I've either had like a roommate that's had it or something. I've never actually owned one.
Look in the bottom of the map.
I see it. It's a little pylon. He's a little fuzzy pylon. And look, there's another little fuzzy pylon. And they don't see each other. Oh my god, there's
beautiful.
fuzzy pylons on here.
Neither player can see the other one. I think
No.
Dreamatoes actually got a glimpse of when that was canceled, but holy cow.
Nope, there is no vision of any of that shit by anyone. Now, their vision is limited until the building completes and then the vision widens. At which point, then, Dreamatos, whose gateway is sooner, is going to see Zane's. But Zane won't be able to see his because it's just not going to overlap that way. So this is very, very funny. And in fact, I'm going to just giggle like a little schoolgirl.
It's the time. Funny. It's a bad time to be these two. Looks like.
Oh, he still doesn't see it. You know why? Because the freaking Twilight Council doesn't have the vision range of a gateway.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder. Hold on. The gateway's going to increase the vision range, and the gateway still doesn't have vision of the Dark Templar Shrine. So he's.
Oh my gosh.
So one guy is 2-gating. Oh no, actually he's not 2-gating. He's 4-gating, but he's using 2 of the gates as a proxy, and the other guy is DT rushing. So.
Oh. No. Oh my gosh! Just one pixel away, that one pylon, that one probe almost saw it, but holy cow, this is so bad.
Not a damn thing. How retarded is that?
This is definitely a highlight reel, guys.
Yeah, and now hold on. So now if you look at this, there's a probe in here scouting stuff out, and it sees one gateway with no gateway or no warp gate. And now these 2 zealots and this one zealot and this probe are just waltzing up here and be like, hey, I'm gonna put a pylon at your 4th, and this zealot's gonna chill out here and get a suntan. 2 stalkers are coming, and the Dark Shrine still isn't finished.
Yeah, but the Dark Shrine actually could still do a lot of damage. There is absolutely no vision anywhere near being complete.
And there's now a pylon by Dreamatos outside of his, close to his main.
Yeah, so this is definitely going to be a base race, guys. We're going to have these buildings down here, probably going to be the last ones to fall, but Dreamatos definitely has the advantage.
He does, and the only way is that Zane could move in and possibly take this out, the base out. He's got enough units to do it. It looks like, I don't know why did Dreamatos just take out his own, oh, because his Stalker's stuck. But here it is. There's the DTs wreaking havoc. And they are getting unlimited kills because there is no forge. There is actually no possibility for detection at any point here whatsoever.
Yeah, and these 2 will
Dreamatos
never know.
has this.
Yeah, Dreamatos, almost definitely. That photon overcharge is going to do a little bit. It's going to actually prevent Zane from actually moving in here, but all the probes are going to go across the map. Dreamatos, if he wanted to, could take that one probe that's out on the map and throw down a Nexus. So
that's what Zane actually needs to do. Zane needs to have like a stealth nexus someplace, right place, because he's got 423 minerals to do it. So that's what he really needs to do. And he sees, and he goes by his own pylon, and he brings literally everything here. So he throws down one more, but he screws himself because he cannot actually make another natural because he threw down another pylon. What is he building? Oh, he needs to. Yeah, he threw down another pylon, so he's... Oh, no, he cancels whatever he had. He was building something. Cancels it. He needs to build another Nexus right now because this one DT is just going to go ahead and wreck face. The other DT goes back to the homeland and is just sitting there.
Yeah, that DT is pretty much a god at this point.
Oh no! And look at this. He sees the Twilight Council, but he doesn't. Look where the Nexus is at for Zane. He sees the Twilight Council, but not the Dark Shrine.
Well, I think he kind of knows that it's there by this point.
Yeah, and so he is moving but he's not moving his army down there to kill it.
Oh boy, where did he get the minerals? Did he just long distance mine?
Who?
Zane.
Dreamatos? No, Zane had 400.
Did he?
And then he built something and then canceled it. I don't know what it was that he was building.
Oh, that's weird. Didn't see that.
And then Zane didn't go in to kill the Dark Shrine. He had enough units that he could have focused down this Nexus even with the Photon Overcharge, but he would have had to sacrifice everything. So he could have evened the game up. And it looks like he's suddenly deciding to do this now.
Yeah, when there's too much here.
Yeah, I mean, he's bringing the workers with him, but with the Immortals there, that's it. It's just, there's nothing there. Wow, that was so awkward.
Yeah, GG, Dreamatos. Should I tell him?
No, Dreamatos. Tell who what?
That they were right next to each other.
Oh no, let them watch the replay, bro. Let them watch that replay, man. You always let the players watch the replay.
Okay.
So, and once again, my connection is potato-fied. Is he gonna let me connect?
Oh, they know.
No.
Nikki B, it's alright, don't worry about losses.
PJ Salty? I'm not Oh, you're
Not
PJ Salty.
Me?
No. Nikki B Red in your chat says PJ. Everyone always says PJ instead of DJ for some reason. It's like how you say the word grill instead of girl. I don't know where that came from, but it does. They don't think it be what it is, but it do.
Yeah, and so this is a best of 3, guys, so maybe we'll see the same thing, maybe we won't. It is going to be Coda.
Well, this is by far the easier cheese map. I mean, just because of the fact you don't have to worry about it. I mean, the other one wasn't a bad map, but it's just so big that, like, you saw the rush distances from where they decided to proxy. I mean, the Dark Templar wasn't a bad location, but it's still like, huh? Because there was 2 gateways there, which didn't make any sense. Like, Zane had a very awkward build. Either you go, like, you proxy your first 2 gates and then you build the other 2 in your base, or you proxy 4 gate in or somewhere else on the map. And he built 2 at his base first that weren't warp gated, and then built 2 proxy ones, which is a very awkward build. You always build the proxy piece first, and you reinforce from your main. So I'm not sure what he was thinking. Maybe he was just nervous because he was streamed, because he did mention that there was now 2 of us casting.
Yeah, the one problem about 4-gating in this day and age is that you do have that mothership core that does a mass amount of damage. But before we start analyzing that, up in the top, he's down 1 game, but he wants to bring it back. Representing past the second, it's Zane.
And sitting pretty up 1 game to 0. Again, it's the blue Protoss. It's Dreamatos. And you know what? Here, let's see. Is it Control S? No, what is it? Is it
Control Shift S?
There it is. And then it's Control. No.
Shift 1.
0, 1. No, that's not what I want to do either. Shift 1. There we go. Look at that, guys. I'm learning the interface like a noob. I don't actually ever. By the way, guys, I don't ever actually use the Game Hard interface, like, ever. I only ever use the standard one. So my interface skills rank right up there with counting to potato.
Yeah, I get you. It's a bit hard to learn, but if you ever get stuck, you do have F11, which shows you everything pretty much. But
no, it doesn't. Lies. I will never admit that the chat screen actually has an alternate useful panel.
All right, whatever you say.
I'm lying. I'm clicking on it and seeing it, but I've got to block it out of my mind. It was never there, Passer.
Yeah, Zane.
Because that would mean that I don't know my stuff.
Okay. Back to the game. We do have Zane doing a proxy 2-gate. So he may be able to get a bit more damage done this time. That was a word, I think.
That might have been a word, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, but no worries. But we do have Dreamatos really paranoid about this. He is going to scout around, look for the regular proxy locations, but this is right smack dab in the middle of the map.
Yeah, and it's kind of a bad location. Like, he really needs to offset this somewhere because, well, I mean, it's not a terrible place. I mean, he can run right up the ramp. And yeah, Dreamatos is definitely doing a nice attack. If you look at the pathing that's set for that probe, like, he is covering the main bases, and he covers all of it. And this is an awkward place. Normally you don't put it in this corner by these rocks here, but it does happen to Why can't I not hear the game in my own? I have no game sounds. I cannot hear any game sounds.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, no, I can. I'm sure everyone else can, but I cannot hear. Oh, there it is. Enable sound. That's what I did. I accidentally disabled sound people when I was trying to enable their nerdage. And by the way, it looks like he spotted the proxy finally on his return trip. He does see it. And what do we see go down? Nothing. He doesn't respond whatsoever because he's like, well, what can I do to respond to this? I mean, there really isn't a lot he can do. I mean, he's got one gateway of his own. He's not chronoing out the one zealot. He doesn't have a sentry. Warp gate isn't ready to go. There is no cyber core though for Zane, so this is basically an all-in, and he needs to do an extreme amount of damage with these zealots. The mothership core pops, and the mothership core kills unlimited zealots because until they start the upgrade where zealots can fly or somehow springboard off of a nexus, you know, like Triple X style, I don't think this is going to be a very good thing.
Yeah,
and I think he needs to stop chasing around the zealot and just kill shit.
Yeah, he does get a few probes right now. So far, only 2 have gone down. We do need Dreamatoes to start chronoing out Stalkers. With Stalkers, you can kite for days, pretty much, because Zealots are so slow, especially when the Reinforce is all the way back here. We also got a Cybernetics core going down, so Zane definitely wants to continue this up with Stalkers of his own, but we still only see Zealots at the moment.
Well, and the other thing is that now, like, Warp Gate is way closer to being done. Yeah, I mean, he can get a Stalker out, but he's not doing that. He's chrono boosting out more Zealots despite having, you know, a Cyber Core, which I agree. He really should do Stalkers here. This pressure is strongly in Dreamato's favor because he has the Mothership Core. There is no Mothership Core for Zane, and he's missing a pylon, so he's supply blocked at the moment. So, I mean, everything for Zane is just kind of going wrong just because he feels the desperation. You can sense it. Like, you don't build your Cyber Core here. But why did he build it here? Because he doesn't have a friggin' pylon at home to build anything else there. Like, this is his base out in the middle of the map. Very awkward feeling.
Yeah, both players actually supply block for a little bit. Dreamatos doesn't have a pylon on the way just yet. There we go. So it's going to be on the other side of the map. And with Warp Gate, he can start warping in Zealots. He can start warping in Stalkers. So he's going to be in... I think he's almost got this game at this point, but...
yeah, the Sentry is going to be able to end this aggression really quickly. Like, one force field, and he splits these Zealots in half, and with the extra damage and the superior number of Zealots here, it's going to be over. And he actually does just that. So he manages to be able to pick off one Zealot. The other 3 are basically useless. There's 2 Stalkers now being warped in, and without Stalkers of his own, he's going to be in trouble. So now there is a superior force, actually, for Zane, slightly. But the thing is that he can kite the Zealots for days. He's fighting Zealots on Zealots. It's 2 Stalkers versus a Stalker. Zane basically has nothing, and then once this force of Dreamatos moves out and kills the Cybercore or Pylons, it's game over.
Yeah, pretty much. Dreamatos just has that great micro. He's targeting down the Stalkers so that they're dead, and then once they're dead, you can easily just kite the Zealots for days, like I was saying, and we do have one Zealot on the other side of the map. He wants to be the hero. Will he do it?
He's like, well, everything is here. He's seen the Cyber Core. He's seen all that. Like, there's nothing here to defend. I mean, he has no Warp Gate. I mean, does he have Warp Gate? Yeah, okay, so he does have a Warp Gate. So once this gateway that's in the main finishes in the next 30 seconds or so, he'll be able to actually warp something in, but in the meantime, you know, he kills the Zealot, but I mean, there can be endless pressure from this pylon here. The destructible rocks are hurting him. He isn't using his minerals effectively because he doesn't have enough gateways to really use up all of the income that Zane has. And yeah, this is just not looking promising. I mean, the army value is twice, almost twice, what Zane has here.
Yeah, it's 26 to 18. And here we go. I think this may be the last fight.
Goes down.
Yeah, this may be the last fight here. There is just an overwhelming amount of Stalkers. He's targeting, Dreamatos, that is targeting down the Stalkers, and that one Zealot just kind of act natural, but no, he does get found out, and he gets taken out.
Yeah, I mean, really, to be honest, like Dreamatos here just needs to just kill him. I mean, all he's got to do is take out both these pylons and the Cyber Core, and that's it, really. There's nothing that Zane can do. You know, he's got his units split firing now, and Zane realizes that what position he's in and calls it quits.
Yeah, so Dreamatos is going to take the series 2-0, and he will move on to the next round.
Yeah, I mean, that was actually like a gamble that you always take whenever you sort of cheese someone. Is like, you got to know what they're doing first. Like, So the two Rax Terran player, like, in order for that to sort of work, like, you got to scout. Like, do they have a wall? Do they have any way that your Marines can be less effective, or the workers that are going to go in with that attack if you choose that route? You know, in this case, he didn't scout it. He didn't get a probe in there to go with it. I mean, it was very easy for him to send a probe in, get a full scout, see sort of what the status of things were. His Zealots got lots of good information, but he didn't keep the scout up to be able to know what was going on. And I think that really, really did hurt him in that. When he was trying to push, he got the two zealots in, which was great, but then he started chasing the one zealot around, and he really just needed to focus on economy and killing it, and he didn't. Once the mothership core popped, you got to start doing as much damage as you can, because the clock is ticking and your time is limited, because zealots can't fight the mothership core.
Yeah, so Zane just not able to get the damage he needed, like you said. I don't know. Do we have a loser's bracket this time?
For the Platinum Diamond, I don't know. Not sure.
Let me bring it up. We do
All
have
right.
24 players this week, so maybe not. Usually we only do it when we have less than 16. But so far it's looking like we're in the round of 16, but Dreamatos does advance to the quarterfinals. Mimo-san is waiting for Bobby and Workhorse. Mr. Stork is battling Saw Gunner 2. Prevail and Downfall are going at it. Beef Stew and Pez Masta, Koshiki and Jackster with Exiled and Slutty Mago. And
Did you say Slutty Mago?
Yeah, I don't pick the names.
Okay, I'm just making sure I heard that right.
Yeah, and at the bottom we do have Shifty and Free Gucci. So we may have a couple of seconds here before we can get another game, just because our games have been going by so quickly.
Well, let me do this in the meantime. What I would like to do is I would like to get your camera to put it on my stream so that people can see both of us, if you're down for that. Let me find the chat.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I don't really
Is
do it just because it does lag me out immensely.
Oh,
but
it does? Okay, then I won't do that then.
No,
That's
no,
not a big deal.
no. Like, it lags me when when I do it, like when I bring someone else on, but it doesn't do it when it goes out for some reason. Math.
All right, that's fine. Then why don't you go ahead and activate your camera, and I'll add you to the overlay. This may get weird, people, so brace yourself.
Oh, I actually can't because I am using my webcam on my stream. Oh boy.
You can't. Wait a minute. Whoa, hold on. If do you use OBS or XSplit?
OBS.
It takes no. There's no way you can. Yeah, I know you definitely can activate it for.
I'm trying, but it says can't start video. Try closing
because the
other
device is in
program.
use.
Yeah.
What? Oh, you know what? I wonder if you have hardware exclusivity set for your webcam.
Do I?
You might. I don't know. Like, this is just something to troubleshoot later. And by the way, for those of you guys who don't know or are just watching for fun, and if you guys just play the game and love the game, and you don't ever cast, and sorry, I'm stepping off camera for a second to turn my air conditioning on because I'm sweating through my shirt and I feel gross. There's so much stuff that goes into actually setting up like a good cast. Like the sheer number of windows that and applications you have to have running. So for example, just for this call, I have a minimum, I've got 6 tabs in Chrome. Now that's not a lot of tabs in Chrome, but these all are required for it. So I've got Twitter open, I've got Pastor Stream for his chat, so I can view my co-casters chat, interact with them. I've got my chat open, I've got my Twitch dashboard open, I've got Team Liquid, and I've got the bracket up. Okay, plus I have Facebook, I think. So that's not necessary. All right, so that's just the browser. Now that takes up whatever, quarter gig, half a gig of memory. Then I've got both chat windows, like I said, up, which are separate. Then I have 2 different Skype chats up, one for the ESL tournament and then one for Passer, so I can talk to him privately about stuff without broadcasting it to everyone, particularly if there's issues with players or things like that we need to deal with, like on the side, because Passer's an admin for ESL also. Then you've got the game. You've got your broadcast software. You've got your webcam software running, because if you've got webcam problems, you can adjust that on the fly. Then if you're running things like Twitch or donation bots or Nightbot, you need to have those browser windows and programs running separately, And then people are kind of like, well, why do you have PC problems? I'm like, it's a little complicated. So that's part of the reason, and you can see that obviously Password's having a technical glitch, and I have one where Battle.net disconnects me anytime I'm on a Skype call while I'm streaming. So Pastor can't run his webcam, and I can't apparently connect to Battle.net. So
well, I am running my webcam. They're seeing my sexy face right now.
Oh, you so sexy. So I think what it is Pastor, there's a in the hardware mode, there's a way. There's a checkbox in one of the tabs that says allow applications to take like exclusive control of this. And so what happens is that the very first application that gets access to that piece of hardware doesn't then says, okay, no, you can't have this access to this device. So that's the problem. Well, it could be. It's one of several, but it's worth looking into if you want to troubleshoot it later.
Yeah, I do use XSplit a little bit for just regular stuff, but I do like running this game at 60 frames per second just because it looks a lot better, and 30 frames really sucks. But
yeah, and I agree. I do the same thing. Like I did 30 frames for so long, and the reason why I didn't render at 60 is because I actually didn't have a stable overclock, as you know. My overclock was, well, muy terrible. So, actually, what I'm going to do is, this is going to sound really strange, peeps, but I need, like, 5 minutes to literally run around the corner and pick up the food that I ordered from the pizza place that's around the corner from my place. So, since we don't have a match, this is a good time, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn up the Monster Cat soundtrack in the background, and I will be right back. For those of you guys watching, my co-caster, who is currently faceless, it's Pastor 2300, he's going to entertain you for the next 3 to 4 minutes.
yeah, and if you guys want, while he has abandoned you, just come on over here, twitch.tv/pastor2300. The guys in my chat already know it because they are so smart. But, yeah, we are doing a Steam giveaway on my channel, by the way. If you follow, you have the chance. I'm going to be showing this a lot during this. We do have the Steam gift card, good for $20. You can touch it, you can feel it, you can have fun with it, you can buy anything. Plus, we got a lot of great weekday sales going on this week, it looks like. You know, if you're into different kind of games, Left 4 Dead, etc., etc. But, let's see. While we're looking for a game, why don't I put some music on? Just because my voice is not the best. So, I know you guys are going to get annoyed with me. So, let's pick some... Let's just play some Two Steps from Hell. It's going to destroy my stream. That is an advertisement. Sorry about that. But we will be right back, guys, while I look for a game. And for those of you in DJ Spectre who probably can't hear this, I am really, really sorry. But see you guys in a bit.
Passer leave? Passer probably stepped away.
I'm back. I'm here.
Oh, you are. Well, welcome to the party.
I was just playing some music.
Nice. So am I. Actually, you know what's funny is I think this song that's playing actually reminds me a lot of the Mass Effect 3 theme song. God, words are not my strong point today. So, anyhow, sorry. Literally that pizza place is like right around the corner, and I was like, I'm absolutely starving.
Yeah, well, you actually came in at a good time. We got a game. It's going to be Dreamatos and Downfall in the quarterfinals.
Nice. You know what's funny is that, would you like to know what I actually had for dinner before I started casting?
What?
A beer.
A beer.
Singular
I'm
beer.
like, that's not gonna do much, but it literally was the only thing I had in my fridge that had calories in it. So I hate to say it, but I've done that one other time too. Not beer necessarily. It's a much longer story that I'm not gonna go into, and is not really appropriate for small children and old ladies. Or maybe the old lady part. No, definitely not the old lady part. Anyway, so let me go back to the bracket here. Yeah. So if you guys are watching, this is the ESL Cup ESL Platinum Diamond Cup number 29 for North America. Not that it's only North Americans, but you can
Yeah, you can come in anywhere.
It's just it's convenient for North American people the time at which they hold the tournament, which is really ironic because most of the admins are Australian. Which
Yeah.
I never figured that one out. It's like I don't know. I think it's like noon or something where they're at. So whatever that's all about. But sorry guys, I am gonna eat on camera, and normally I don't do this during my casts, but I have to. I'm dying. I literally started casting as soon as I got home from work. Like, I fed the cat, I changed pants, and that was it. On the internet I go. All right, let me.
Alright, so Downfall is not in the chat, so
There's so many of those people who do that.
I know I'm gonna go on a little bit of a hunt.
Well, you're gonna stalk this guy? Only the ESL admins stalk people.
Yeah, I'm gonna go stalk him. If you guys don't know, I stalk everybody, so I've probably stalked every last one of you at some point. Creepy thought, I know, but
Wow.
it's alright.
Yeah, dude, like for real.
Huh?
Like, you're admitting that publicly?
Well, nah. Just realize I do joke a lot. I'm not stalking him. I don't stalk anybody. I'm not allowed. But yeah, just know.
Hey, you know, you're not allowed to kill anyone, but Jeffrey Dahmer made a whole career out of it. I'm kidding. Anyway, do what you gotta do, bro. Let's get this going as soon as we can.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I believe Pastor might have mentioned earlier, but for the people on my stream who did not hear him, the bracket is shaping up this way. Currently, that was the round of 16 match we saw. Other matches in the quarterfinal that are coming up, actually looks like Mimo-san gets a bye, actually. No, I'm sorry. He's waiting for Bobby and Workhorse to actually finish. And so what it is Saw Gunner 2 is actually... he's in the quarterfinals, but he's going to have to wait for this round of 32 match to actually finish. Part of how he got into the round of the quarterfinals so fast is he had a bye into the round of 16, and Mr. Stork took care of Ghoul in short order.
Yeah, we haven't had
elsewhere in the round
yet.
of elsewhere in the round of 16, you have Downfall that advanced to the quarterfinals over Prevail, which is kind of funny because it looks like Prevail did not prevail. It looks like Downfall was Prevail's downfall, or something like that. Circular reference. We just witnessed Dreamatos actually defeat Zane, so the American overcomes the Canadian in that case. Beef Stew and Pesmasta are still duking it out, as well as wait a minute, Koshki?
Koshki?
I know her. If we should do her match. She's an amazing Protoss. She's also another fellow streamer.
Well, yeah, she wanted to be casted earlier, but Stork got to me first. If you want, we can head over there.
Yeah. Let me see if she's still online. She looks like
she was having a bit of a problem with the guy with her opponent.
All right. Well, I'm gonna ask her.
All right, I think this is the guy she's having a little bit of a problem. But anyway, guys, I'm going to step off for a second. I need to grab some water before I dehydrate. It is 100 degrees out here, so I'll be right back. Let me turn off that video. Be right back. Alright, there we go. Turn that back on, turn that back on. Did she say yes?
Yeah, she wants to be casted, and her and I are actually having a private chat about how her opponent called her trash and didn't want to play against it. But unfortunately, I think it's actually a bad translation. We do get a lot of like South American people, so Portuguese, Spanish speaking, weird things, and so like you could end up being like, I prefer donkey ass, and you're really trying to say good game or something like that, you know? So it could happen. I'm not going to really sweat it too much. Kosh is actually a very good Protoss player. Ironically, she does favor Void Rays, and I think that's just mostly for her stream. Like when she does like free for alls and stuff, like she'll be like, "All right, we're going Mass Void Ray hype." So it is kind of funny. I do want to see how she performs in a tournament, though. She was gunning for Masters because she's a high diamond player. So I wonder if she actually, like, how close to the cusp she is.
Okay, she can invite when ready, I guess.
All right, so you go ahead and invite us, or is she already in a group? Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and put in Twitter that I'm actually casting her because she's gonna laugh her ass off.
Yeah.
So let's see here.
All right, so guys, we are still just waiting on Koshiki. We did let Dreamatos know that we were going to cast DJ's friend.
Well, not friend. I mean, she's just a fellow caster. Like, I don't know her personally. She's just someone whose stream I enjoy. She actually does a drinking stream the way I do. So she's got something called Vodka StarCraft on Sundays, whereas I do Thirsty Thursdays on Thursday. But I think her Thursday is like her viewer appreciation day or something like that. So it's a little different. But that's how I got looped into it. I'm like, this woman is taking shots of vodka online on Sunday while pro-tossing. I'm like, all right, follow.
That works.
All right.
But
Said he to A move.
yeah, Koshiki, are they ready?
Let me invite. Okay. Hold on. I'll tell her. All right. Let me. I'll make the game. Where are you? I'll invite to party. I'll invite. Oh, where did that one go?
Yeah, I'll be right back. Gotta turn my AC on.
All right. No problem. What the hell?
All right, there we go.
Oh, it looks like they're gonna actually start up. She's actually gonna send the invite.
Oh, okay. So
she declined the chat. So I'm gonna quit out of this party and I'll let her know.
All right, we're good.
All right.
And also, guys, we have a couple of streams going as well for the Bronze, Silver, Gold. If you want to check those out, it's twitch.tv/Toby with the I before the Y, LLUSZION. Toby Illusion. And we also have Ozlord Gaming from twitch.tv/Ozlord Gaming. And we also have DJ Spectre. He's the guy on the other side of this call. You can check him out as well. He's doing it.
Word. And by the way, if you guys are watching my stream, make sure you go ahead and check out Passer. He goes by Passer2300. So check his stream out. Give him a follow if you like what he does. He actually started the stream before I did because I got in late. But we're about to do, looks like it's going to be a PVZ versus Koshki, and I believe his name, at least in the game, in the tournament, is called Jackster, but he goes by J&G.
J&J, that's another J.
J&G, yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Meant to say that all the way, bro. 109%.
Okay. But I think we are getting in the middle of this series, is that right?
I will... Shit, I'll have to ask. I don't know. I forgot to ask. I didn't even know what map we were going on because apparently, like, the guy wasn't... Her opponent wasn't responding. So, there was some confusion to get this going. But I will ask if if one of us is a ref. If not, I'll ask him to party.
I don't think we are, but you can party it.
I'll party hard. So let me do that real quick here.
Oh, we're not in party, but go ahead.
We were invited to the lobby, not the party. What is the series score right now? Okay.
Alright, but anyway, guys, spawning in the bottom left position, representing rival, it's going to be Koshki.
I should have let you do that.
That's fine. No big deal. We're casters. We're indifferent. However, in the upper right-hand corner, her opponent, who decided that he was going to make a casually late entrance to this particular match, it's Jackster. So, some things we've seen out of Koshki. So she is a very proficient Protoss. I think one of her styles is that she's very good at avoiding being supply blocked, so I don't think we're going to see an issue with that here today. Sometimes you'll see even like high-level pro gamers will go ahead and get stuck with that, but it's kind of almost like the mantra of probes and pylons, probes and pylons. That's very much her mantra. She does favor Colossus-heavy play, and she also does enjoy air play. Now, I don't know in competitive scene if she'll go the air route, but she is very proficient at going it. If she decides to go mass void rays, we're going to see some mass void rays, let me tell you.
Yeah, hopefully. I haven't seen mass void rays in forever, and they're only fun when you're not on the receiving end of them.
Yes, yes.
And so maybe we'll see that, maybe we won't. It's up to her. And she's actually part of Rival Gaming. Isn't that a pro team?
I'm not sure if it's a pro team, but I do know that it is the clan that she's part of, and she does have like a clan practice that she does on one of her streams. So if anyone's ever interested in seeing what her clan's all about, you should go ahead and check out her stream from time to time. She is another fellow streamer. That's actually how I know of her. So, oh, and it looks like we've been told in my chat by Bontame that this is a series leading with, and what is it? It's Control-Shift-S, and it looks like Koshki is leading, so that's one. Okay, so yeah, it looks like Koshki is leading 1-0 currently in this.
Okay, that definitely works. It looks like we are going to see a fast expand out of Koshki. She is throwing her cybernetics core down part of the wall. I actually don't really agree with that too much, just because if you lose that, you lose access to pretty much all of your later game tech. But it is a hatch first into spawning pool on the other side of the map, but gasless for now, but that is changing very rapidly.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like I mean, obviously the pool's done, so he didn't go for fast speed, because if he had, he'd had the gas a little bit sooner. Koshki here does move her probe in, does see that there's only one guy in gas, notices that there's no fast quiver on the... Sorry, no fast quiver on the spawning pool to indicate that it has started, and she does know that the hatchery has gone down. These two quick Zerglings are going to come out and just kind of hold position here at the front in case there's any kind of like, quirkiness in case Kosh were to break out like, hey, yo, here's a pylon, I'm just going to stuff in your face. But that's not really her style. As you can tell, she's got her mothership core well positioned out front, and she's got her forge basically sitting in the front.
Yeah, good night. Hey, good night, Nikki B. Red. Good luck with your internet. Nexus has been thrown down for Koshki as well, so this build is quite underway. Looks like she actually may be going for a fast immortal attack with +1. This is just speculation at this point, but that's usually why you get a forge that early. And she is walling off completely here. So maybe we'll see a really aggressive attack out of her soon.
Yeah, I think one of these things is that as Protoss and Terran to a lesser degree, when facing a Zerg opponent, you've got to deal with the fact that they can go for a lot of early Zerg harass. You can send 6 Zerglings across the map pretty fast without any real effect on the Zerg economy or drone production. You can also then go ahead and do a Bane bust. As you call it, we do see plus weapons going down. We do see a Warp Prism coming out, but we still only see one gateway. So at this point, like, she's gone for a very sort of static defense. The Overlord sees that one photon gain in there, knows that there isn't a ton there to really work against it, and decides, hey, look, I'm going to go ahead and take a third because it's safe. There's not going to be any aggression out of this Protoss player yet.
Yeah, but I think I know what this build is. This is a pretty all-in, kind of, but what she's going to do is she's going to get 2 Immortals, put them in this Warp Prism that she made, and she's going to keep them alive for as long as possible while keeping these gateways, or gateway at this point, pretty much working overtime. I saw this on Pluto stream. That's the only reason I know about this build.
Of course, Pluto would be the one to come up with this, right?
Yeah, of course.
So it looks like she probably...
Yeah, there we go.
Try for an immortal drop. I mean, she's chrono boosting out 2 immortals. The warp prism's already out ready to go. Now she goes ahead and drops 4 extra gateways. Holy
5.
gateways, Batman.
Yep, so this is almost all in, but if she does a lot of damage, she can easily go into whatever the heck she wants. She could almost do that anyway, just because the power of Protoss. I say that with clenched teeth, but yeah, this is going to be really, really powerful and really hard to stop.
No! You know what this is?
What?
This is an immortal drop into a 7-gate all-in. She now has 7 total gateways, 6 of which are still under construction. Holy crap! This is insane. Now the amount of Zerglings that are coming out to try to defend this third, there aren't a lot. The thing is that what she is going to be able to do with this Warp Prism is she's going to be able to basically snipe off this Roach Warren in no time flat and then move over and snipe off the the spawning pool almost as quickly.
Yeah.
Now, the Zerglings will be able to get back, but still, that's a lot of damage to do.
Yeah, and the thing is, J&J has no idea of this. He hasn't seen the gateways in the main base. These immortals are going to be that DPS as long as he keeps, as long as she keeps them alive with the Warp Prism. She's going to be in a world of good spot. Did you see that Hydra's
going to come down? She's got a good composition too.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say she's got a really good composition too.
Yeah, unfortunately, droning up behind this, that's not what you need to do at this point. The immortals are going to come in, and the Warp Prism is going to... Like, this is almost GG right here. There's no units on the map. These 2 immortals going to town. A lot of Roaches trying to defend this, but you really want Hydralisks instead for that DPS.
Yeah. Well, it's the fact that the immortals have, like, unlimited shields. I mean, neither one of her immortals has really taken any... I mean, has she lost an immortal? No. Her immortals haven't even taken shield damage yet because of this composition. And without a queen to take out this Warp Prism is just going to continue to rain reinforcements on the Zerg army, and unfortunately, Jaxter, also known as J&J, is just not going to be able to hold it here. I mean, the Roaches come out, and they're going to be able to do some damage, but I mean, versus the Immortals, they just evaporate versus 2 Immortals.
Yeah, especially since they're not being rallied together. They're all just kind of attacking in small groups. So they are getting taken out so quickly. My gosh, I have never, ever seen a Roach die that fast unless I'm playing, but...
Ha!
HH, HG, HH, GG.
And Koshki manages to take, I believe, that at least that game, and very likely this series.
Yeah, so GG, Koshki.
Awesome. And you know what? The thing is that was defendable with that. If he'd have gotten the Hydra Den out, which admittedly that would have been a super fast Hydra Den.
He did have one.
I mean, no, I meant like earlier. He didn't able to pick off the Warp Gate. I'm sorry, the Warp Prism, and that was the straw that sort of broke the camel's back in that fight, really. There just wasn't anything he could do to kill the Warp Prism and the reinforcements. But still, congrats to Koshki for taking game 2 of that series. And if her next opponent shows up, and let's see here who that would be. I'm sorry, I'm burping, guys. That's what I get for trying to cast and eat at the same time. It looks like her... Well, she hasn't reported her match yet. But it looks like whoever comes out of Beef Stew and Pesmasta, which, by the way, what is it with these names lining up being so ironic? Like, you've got Downfall and Prevail, and then Beef Stew and Pesmasta. Like, those are 2 food names, you know?
Yeah, we actually
So
planned
very
it that
odd.
way. If they have a funny name and it matches with another funny name, we put them right next to each other. That's not
Yeah,
true.
I mean, like...
That's not true, but, you know. Neither is our cast half the time.
Yeah, true, but still, and the thing is, it's more about the excitement. And to be honest, like not having a complete 100% grasp over every build of every race and every game, I think for me, as a caster, makes it more exciting because then I'm kind of like, it's like, well, here's what I've seen done, but look, there's this little twist here. How's that going to affect it? And then suddenly you see sort of like a tipping point, like a teeter totter, and then they're like, well, hey, wow, that was literally the straw that broke the camel's back. Very clever, you know, sort of thing.
Yeah,
By the way, Ninjasaurus Turbo, love the name. Welcome to the stream, bro. Glad to see you here. And I'd also like to welcome Swift RH, which I think you've been here before, and H Jax. Welcome to the stream as well. If you guys haven't already, and I apologize if I didn't catch it, if you guys have not gone ahead and clicked follow, go ahead and do it if you like what me and Passer are doing here. If not, go ahead and click follow just to, I don't know, find out when you can come online and give me shit. You know, that works too.
Also, thank you, Swift RH. Oh, I guess you're here too. And Nikki B Red, thank you for the follow. I thought you followed already, Nikki, but thank you so much for the follow, guys. You are now eligible to win that. You are now eligible to win the gift card.
Yeah, Pastor's bribing people. So, you can hang out with me because I'm just cool, or you can hang out with Pastor, who just hands out $20 Steam gift cards randomly
Hey,
on his stream.
I've gotten like 10 I've gotten like 10 follows today. So if it works, use it.
You know what? That's like strip. That's like really hot women like being like, well, I'm not gonna try modeling for a little bit. Like I'm still gonna go become like a brain surgeon, but I'm gonna do this modeling thing just for like a couple weeks. And you're like, well, if you got it, girl, use it. It's like dudes. It's like, hey, look, you're big and tall. Go play basketball for a season. All right, fine. I'm 7 foot tall and I'm in 8th grade. It's like, do it. You'll be fine. Trust me.
Yeah.
So I gotta go actually find out what happened with my. There's my dashboard. Okay, there we go. Things are working the way they should now. But yeah, if you guys don't know, Passer2300 is his Twitch ID. So twitch.tv/20 or Passer2300 to check that out. We are still waiting on quite a bit actually in this bracket to update here, though, Passer. I mean, this is like those. Every time someone gets into the round of 16, it's like everyone's like, dude, we need a 45-minute match 3 times in a row. Go.
Yeah, I mean, you should have seen, holy cow, Workhorse, I think, no, it was the Walrus and Prevail on Saturday. Holy cow, 5 mech games in a row.
Yeah, I remember that. By the way, I'd like to say, SwiftRH, thank you for the follow. That's dope. By the way, you joined DJ's crew like a boss. Here, let me put... I gotta put your... Someone's asking for your link. TV... DJ, not DJ Spectre. Passer... By the way, I don't know what it is. I always want to spell your name like Password with an extra W in there for like no logical reason.
Like password?
Well, yeah, but like, yeah, password, except for just there's no ORD on the end. I'm like, I don't know why I just keep wanting to do that all the time.
It's alright, sometimes I do that myself, and it's really annoying. But,
Bontame is like, so weird seeing you cast without a beverage. You missed it. I drained this one earlier, Bontame. I'm saying Bontame, sorry, I forgot your name's got like more syllables than I can pronounce in one slurred word. But yeah, I did drink this earlier, but you're gonna laugh. I drank this one because I didn't have anything else in the fridge or in that apartment to drink, and I just got my food not long ago. So I'm not an alcoholic, I was just hungry. I've never heard anyone say that ever. Oh, you know what? And no one wants to hear in-game music when you can listen to Monster Cat. So that's what we're going to do. By the way, if you guys want to know, the music I use in the background is and always will be Monster Cat. You can check them out at twitch.tv/monstercat. Just those 2 words put together. They typically do EDM mostly. They do some like chill step and dubstep stuff. But
yeah.
Anyway, it's DRM. It's mostly DRM free. If you do upload videos to YouTube, though, I think you have to have like a text or a link or something constantly that says that, hey, this is from Monster Cat. Otherwise, they will literally mute yo shit, and you'll do your entire video too, not just the portion where you're playing it.
Yeah, that's the problem with YouTube. Like, I remember way back about like 2 years ago, someone was talking about Pokemon for like 2 seconds in one of their shows, and then they got like their whole stream muted for just 2 seconds of content.
Yeah, and you know what's strange is that like a lot of that it's because they what is it like? I don't know if they watch the videos or if they've got some super like way of knowing, because like the streams that I've directly mentioned Monster Cat in don't seem to, when I upload them to YouTube, don't seem to get muted. So it must listen for the term or the word or the whatever the sound wave thingy to do that. So let's see here. What is it at? Looks like Equilibrium is also now casting though. Oh,
yeah,
we're all up in the Spanish cast.
Yeah, let me suggest you in here.
I mean, my Spanish is okay. I mean, I can't do a whole cast in it. All right, this is quite a. Oh my God, how many? Oh, because we have the Spanish group in here, don't we?
Yeah, that's Equilibrium.
So at the end of this, instead of saying GG, all we're gonna hear is goal.
I was talking about that last stream. Holy cow, that's funny. But
Yeah, we do have Exiled and Equilibrium. They are over on their channel. I'm going to post the link as soon as I can find it. There it is. So if you guys speak Spanish or want to catch up on your Spanish, let me do this. For Spanish cast, type that in chat. Gucci is going to BRB, and he's one of our players, so it looks like it's going to be Dragon, Rojo, JC, and Free Gucci, because Equilibrium and Exiled are the casters.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? If you've ever watched the Portuguese, because there's a Portuguese group who'll do like the Open on Sundays, they have 3 dudes, and they do like a really good job. So if you guys haven't, I think it's called, oh my god, I'm blanking on the Portuguese stream name now. Oh, it's something simple. It's like Rec Loss or something like that. Oh my god, I feel so bad. Anyway, there is a Portuguese stream. They do awesome. Check them out on Sundays. I'm not gonna screw that up anymore.
Awesome. And it looks like we're just about ready. PVZ, 2 bands each, so we just got to do the vetoes. So you get to hear us for like 2 more minutes before we actually start to talk about things that are relevant.
Well, since Pastor and I are both Terran players, it's very odd for us to talk about other races. And for me in particular, like, I'm terrible casting Zerg because I know so little about it, right? The timings and the way the mechanics for that race work are just so foreign. So, and I've said this a few times, but about, I don't know, 6 weeks ago or so, I casted with another streamer that was a Zerg player, a high-level Zerg player, and she and I literally had an entire tournament of ZVZs. We didn't have a single other race in any match. It was 5 hours of ZVZ. Even she was like, I can't take it anymore. Yeah.
I mean, I kind of know how Zerg works. I'm a silver Zerg on EU, but I wreck face with Zerg against lower league players. It's pretty funny because like they'll get out of game and see 180 APM versus like 30. So I do I do kind of know how Zerg works, but like I just did Terran like yesterday, and
hey, Pastor, real quick, not to interrupt you. What's your Twitter? Someone's asking for it in my chat.
I'll just tell it myself.
All right.
At Passer Gaming 2.
Did you type that in my chat or in
Passer Gaming?
I don't think you typed anything in my chat.
There we go.
There you go.
Yay, I learn.
You learn. All right, anyways, continue what you were saying about casting Zerg.
So I do know a little bit about Zerg, but dang it, I really just forgot now everything. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, it's okay, because you know what? The hype machine continues. Sorry, but on the internet, it's like you have to spam everything, like spam all the things everywhere.
Yeah, I literally have a 2-second attention span. That's why, like, in my first cast... Like, I don't know if you remember, like, the first time we casted together. Like, I was just repeating you half the time because I forgot what you said 2 seconds ago.
It's okay. You know, it's funny you say that because the only time you ever actually directly listened is when I started, like, playfully insulting you. I was like, yeah, look at this prick over here. You're like, ha ha ha, wait, what?
Yeah. Just blame genetics. I'll just blame genetics for that one. I'm not all together up there, so... But anyway, guys, it looks like our map choices are going to be from Moonlight, Terraform, or Iron Fortress. Because all the crappy maps have been taken out.
Well, no, because I hate to say it, but they're all crappy. I'm sorry, but like, why is it the last like several map pools have had like 5 crappy maps? So it doesn't matter what pool, what way you veto it, someone is getting the shaft. No matter what. And I know this isn't like a critic, but I just don't like, for example, Bridgehead is so anti-Terran, anti-Protoss, it's not even funny. Because you need 1,000 gateways as Protoss, and you need 1,000 other buildings as Terran. Where do you put them all in those midget little bases in Bridgehead? And then you look at something like Midnight Madness, which is another Zerg favored map. You know, not because of the space issues, but because you have 2 entrances into your main. What?
Yeah, I just don't like
there's
Bridgehead.
destructible rocks, but come on.
Yeah, I just don't like Bridgehead just because the main is so small, you know. I'm really bad about expanding. That's why I've been doing a lot of fast expand builds, but it's just like really really small here. Like, all my units get stopped. I played versus AI before the season started. I'm just like, nope. Heck nope. I'm never playing this map again.
All right, so looks like this is gonna be a TVT. Oh no, dang it!
That was me.
I was hoping.
Yeah, I'm not playing today.
Now there was actually the winner of the Open, I believe, was actually a Terran, and then the winner of
Yeah, it was
last week's Platinum Diamond was a Terran too. So, as far as the ESL tournaments are concerned, Terran has been on like a steamroll.
Yeah, the thing is, like, usually when we do these, there's almost always one race missing. You know that? It's like, last week we only had, like, I don't know, maybe 1 to 2 Terrans. We only had 1 Terran today, but it's mostly been just Zerg and Protoss.
I don't mind, like the ZVPs, like are
Yeah, I don't
actually
mind
interesting
that.
matchups because they feel so awkward as a matchup. I don't know why, but anyway, so back into the actual game we're doing. No more Monster Cat. We're gonna flip back over to our current StarCraft match. Why don't you kick it off there, Passer?
Alright, down here, representing All In, he's made it this far, it's Exiled. I mispronounced that, but whatever.
It's close enough. And our blue blue. Oh my God! I'm gonna start this again. Our blue Zerg player is Free Gucci, because he's Gucci Mang. Sorry, am I gonna get muted for that just because I said Gucci Mang? Does he even make music anymore? Is he even alive?
I've never even heard of him.
You never heard of Gucci Mang?
I don't listen to anything but country, so I have not heard him. Well, country and 2 Steps from Hell.
Hold on 1 second.
Alright, so we are currently casting another match, though. Wrong. I think the wrong one.
Yeah, sorry. I meant to type it to. I got a message from Koshki. Sorry.
Alright, I think we just threw them off a little bit. Good, so we get some crazy builds now to make up for that.
Yeah, whatever. Sorry.
Let's put that up.
That was my mistake.
Don't forget your production tab, by the way. I just remembered.
Yeah, you know what? I need production tab and I need names at the top. Well, I guess the names are kind of redundant, but I need to put Shift S. That's currently a 0-0 and a best of 3. I don't know how to change the best of 3, so if we get to the finals, you have to tell me how to do that.
It's Control Shift and then either 5, 7, or 9.
Ha! Nice, like it, dig it, awesome. So where's the best of 13?
Best of 13, not there just yet.
That's a whole tournament.
What about the best of 69? Like, we need a best of 69 tag.
You're gonna laugh, but the interstate that went by my well, it actually went to my home state was I-69.
Oh,
I'm not kidding you. And since it's the interstate system, it's the only one in the country.
that's pretty funny.
It does cover half of the Midwest, though, but still.
Yeah, I think I've been on the 69. I think when I was moving stuff. Maybe.
I think everyone's been on that highway just because they want to steal. Like, it's seriously the most popularly stolen interstate sign ever. Oh, did you see the probe? No, I guess he misses the probe barely.
Oh, where's the probe?
Nice.
There it is.
Yeah, it's right here. It was out here scouting for summer. However, the Overlord is now going to catch sight of the probe. I don't think the probe can see the Overlord, though, due to the high ground vision issue. The Overlord, though, does... well, he doesn't quite see the Nexus, but it's kind of assumed with that probe just chilling out there that there's a Nexus. And I don't know what that ping was for. Was that you?
I think they're trying to say what a third base is on this map. But this is a gasless opening out of Exile. That's going to allow, not Exiled, but Gucci. So this is going to allow him to get a lot of units out pretty quickly here. He's already got those 2 queens. And that is the Spanish cast telling you where those third bases could be taken. Guess their artists always blah blah words in the same order, not good. But I guess they're trying to say that he needs to take a base soon, just because he wants to stay ahead in this point.
Yeah, and by the way, Bontame says that Bridgehead is Zerg favorite as opposed to because there's a ridge for the tanks in the margin. Actually, I don't think you can. I'm not sure if you can put tanks up there. I guess I haven't tried, usually because I get wrecked on the map. So
I've checked. I don't think you can either.
Well, no, I think you're talking about the ones in the corners, but in the middle of the map. I think there is one you can put in the middle of the map. However, I'm not totally certain, but I still think that it's Zerg favorite. It is definitely not As far as bases are concerned, it is not favored for Terran or Protoss due to the claustrophobia, and the Muta harass on that map can just be absolutely
Oh,
extreme.
gosh. Yeah, it looks like KBRM is going to root for Gucci. And we do have that third base. Good.
Oh, we got a Gucci Mane fan.
Yeah, but we do have Exile being the Protoss he has always meant to be. He's got those 2 pylons going out near that third base. Honestly, Gucci should probably just cancel this and try and defend on 2 bases. We do have that evolution chamber coming out pretty early, but no units just yet, just queens. With those sentries, this is going to be a really hard hold unless he can get that out now.
Yeah, I mean, right now, looking at it, it's just queens. The army value for Protoss is behind, but it's going to quickly catch up here. He has 1 sentry here to help, but there is a little tiny hex between the southernmost pylon and the lower of the 2 gateways that is natural. So if there is a Ling run by, they will be able to get in unimpeded.
Yeah, so this isn't fully walled off. So Gucci has 2 options here. Keep this from snowballing, but that is going to be really hard just because he doesn't have the larva. He spent all his larva just now on 12 drones. So he can either attack it here, it's going to be really hard to hold, but he could also send a big Ling run by across the map. It's going to be his choice, but he's having to defend with the drones right now. The Queen almost taking out the Mothership Core. That's a good...
Yeah, but that's what he needs to do. He needs to get rid of the Mothership Core. He needs to prevent its high ground vision. He's picking it off. The drones all died. The Zerglings are coming in, but the Queens are armored, so the Queens actually do a fairly good job against the Zealots.
Yeah, but at what cost?
I mean, he's still holding on. I mean, he might be able to do it, because at this point, though, he does have a third up, and he can quickly get his economy and larva count back to where they need to be, if required. He does have more Zerglings popping out. He really needs to use save energy and use transfuses on these, on these Queens to keep them alive. And he needs to keep them out of the third base. Once they move him to third base, he needs to engage. He doesn't have the creep spread yet, and he's reinforcing actually from 2 points. I'm sorry, Exiled is. And that's going to cause a problem, because now this third is under siege. The reinforcements will be cut off from the upper pylon, but I think this may be just a little bit too much. I think this is the tipping point for this match, actually.
Yeah, we do have that +1 about to finish in a couple seconds here of good force field here, trying to stop the pylon. That is good because it will stop the offensive warpins on this location. +1 again, just finishing in 5 seconds. But this third base is definitely going to fall, and it's going to be just really hard to hold. He really needs to get those transfuses out as well. Not transfuses, but larva injects he needs as much as possible. But yeah, this is pretty much snowballed almost to the point where he can't really hold it off.
Yeah, he doesn't have a Roach Warren to be able to do it. He's got a couple of Spine Crawlers, but unfortunately they're going to be picked off quite easily with the Stalkers and the Zealot and the Mass Zealots, because he's got almost over a dozen Zealots here, and it doesn't matter what the... Oh, and he recognizes it too, GG.
Yeah, so Exiled taking the game in great fashion at the 10-minute mark. We'll have to see if he wants to go for that aggressive style in the next game as well.
And once again, my stream goes full all up in your face, crazy. Let's take that off. Let's connect. I will not be typing my password accidentally into my username field. We will re-add StarCraft here. All right.
So, see what you guys are saying here. Also, I need to know, can you guys actually see this, or is it not showing like it's supposed to not show? Just let me know.
What are you talking about?
Like, I have this Twitch thing up from my Overwolf, which lets me see Twitch chat, but it's supposed to not be seen just because I have it set to never stream it. But sometimes it kind of goes.
You had your chat visible on your stream, and it's like right in the middle of the screen.
Oh, okay. So you guys can see that.
I could earlier, but I haven't looked at your stream because it causes lag on my end when I'm watching, like, quad HD streams.
Yeah, it's like not
while streaming.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. It's not showing anything just because it's pretty translucent. Just good to know what's shown so I can adjust where I put my cursor.
So this is going to be game number 2 of this this PvZ series, guys. Apologize about the eating. I was absolutely starving. Thank you for putting up with that for the last hour. Well, I'm not doing that online, so...
Well, it's really hard to remember because sometimes, like, my nose gets itchy, so I want to just scratch it, but now that there's a camera on me, I can't really do it, otherwise it's social suicide online.
That's why you just stand up out of range of the camera and use a Kleenex. Or something.
Whatever. We are hopping in the game right now, guys.
Alright. This is game number 2. In our epic PvZ series, and we're gonna go ahead and turn music on. We're gonna go ahead and take and get rid of, well, not get rid of, just mute Monster Cat. Go back to this game. Oh wow!
Yeah, and here we go. He's down 1 game. Will he be able to bring it back? Representing 1F Academy, it's Free Gucci.
And the Protoss taking the last match in convincing fashion. He's teal. He's in the upper right. His name is Exiled. So I think that the Achilles here was that there was no early aggression from Gucci at all. He didn't move out of his base whatsoever. He saw the fast expansion from Protoss, but then decided to take what I would call a late third in response to that. Like, it was an early third, but it was late based on the response of what we saw there. And I'm still looking for a good place to put this. I'm going to put chat up here, I guess. So, I think in that sense, I think the Gucci man needs to take his 2 bases. He needs to attack. And I think he needs to keep the pressure on Exile. Why am I burping like a newborn here? Oh, good God. All right. So anyway. So yeah, I think that that's what he has to do. I think he needs to delay. Okay, I give up. I'm hiccuping. So you have to cast until I fix my hiccups.
Okay, so I'm supposed to cast anyway. It's my channel, but we do have Free Gucci going for that gas style once again. This is actually pretty good against Protoss, just because you're able to get those units out as quickly as possible. It gets your economy steamrolling, and this is going to be a hatch first. Again, this build allows you to go for that 3 base rather quickly. And on the other side of the map, we do have a gateway. Looks to be maybe a fast expand. He does throw down that pylon on the high ground, so maybe not going to expand just yet. Not too much else to say until we get quite underway here. Spawning pool goes down. Overlord is going to get a good scout off, going to see where his opponent is if he decides to move it in, but he will see the probe right here. All right, so now
yeah,
he does
and I think that this is, I mean, this is a safe move by Free Gucci. Free Gucci now, he's got a spawning pool like 40% finished. And you know, his natural is going to finish here about the same time the pool does. He'll be able to get a decent amount of lings out. And with only 1 zealot and, you know, no mothership core out because the cyber core hasn't finished, there's a potential for him to be able to get some units in here before the mothership core pops.
Yeah, we do have the gas being taken for that early, not really early, but we do have that speed ability to get that there. Kind of want to see on this map, maybe go for the faster third, just because it's a bit easier for a Zerg to take. Maybe not as so much to hold because it is so far away, but with creep, it is a bit easier to hold on to it, and it is pretty far away from the regular attack route that Exile would take. We do have the Queens on the way to start those injects as well, and 100 gas is on the way. We'll have to see if he decides to go for more than that to get those roaches out quicker, or just go for a faster lair.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely, he has to put the pressure on Exile. That was what he didn't do last game. And what that did was, and I cannot stop these hiccups for the life of me. He is just, that's what he did. I mean, I guess simply, okay. He's got the Roach Warren going down. I can't say sentences for more than about, hold on, it's coming again.
Alright, so we do have the Robo facility coming down with a forge and an extra gateway, so it looks like Exile again wants to be aggressive, maybe with a 2-gate Immortal push. Just put on the pressure, and with the Roach Warren down, it's going to, like, it may not do a lot of damage. It's hard to tell at this point, just because it is,
you know, Zerg ZVP, you can never tell what's going to do damage and what's not. But we do have that third base coming down for Gucci. We have +1 weapons for Exiled. And no Evo Chamber this time. We do have the Lair, though, coming out for Gucci.
Yeah, but I think at this point, I mean, without the Immortal production, I mean, there's going to be... Let's see here.
Oh my gosh, he's doing the same thing that Koshki did.
So he's probably going to do an Immortal drop. But the Roaches, if he can get the Roaches in here, he'll be okay. Now the probe is being spotted, so right now why is he actually sending the probe down to the third? Did he not know? Oh, he didn't know.
He's just now seeing it, yeah.
He sent a late scout out, so he didn't even know he was going to send that warp prism. So now he is sending the warp prism. It looks like he's aiming, like the rally point for this is looking at the third and then going to where the fourth would be. Oh, these hiccups are killing me, Smalls.
He actually photon overcharged on the Overlord. He really does not want this to be scouted. The Overlord did see the +1 attack being made, so that kind of tells him that an attack is on the way, but he doesn't know about the... Well, actually, he may have just seen that Warp Prism go way too close to the third base.
And the other thing is that he's getting burrowed, so, I mean, these Roaches will be able to hide. There won't be any detection out there, so the Roaches will be able to heal from this. Even with the Immortals out on the field, like, I mean, you get enough Zerglings, you're not going to be able to hold this.
Yeah, don't die.
So you're not going to be able to hold this attack up. God, I had to stop before I hiccuped again. This is insane. I've never hiccuped on stream. Hiccuped on stream.
I can scare you if you want.
No, that's not it. I won't do it either.
Yeah, as the Spanish casters are pointing out, we do have that one area not covered by creep, which is a pretty good place to drop those Immortals and just get all those units on. He's clicking on this for some reason. I kind of wish he would stop pinging. It's really, really annoying. But we do.
It's okay. I mean, it's not a huge deal. I mean, as far as like these two Immortals, they are going to go down. It looks like they're going to go snipe the third because he doesn't feel comfortable going into the main. Oh, he changed it. I mean, I don't know what he's doing with this Warp Prism. He keeps zigging and zagging and zigging and zagging.
Yeah, but he is going to go for that, and he has the minerals to get a lot of Zealots right now.
And so he warps in 5 of them, actually. The Roaches are sitting down here, and they'll be able to deal with the Zealots. But the thing is that right now, the Zerg doesn't actually need this third base, so he can still go down. So as long as he holds and sacks the third base, he has a way to be able to sort of like get enough units to deal with this Immortal push.
Yeah, it looks like he is going to try and save it, get on top of those Immortals, but good Warp Prism micro here, going to keep him alive for now. The third hatch goes down. Telling Claws is about to finish, and he has revealed Burrow at this point. He has not revealed Cunning Claws just yet, but oh, there is actually detection here, so he doesn't want to burrow.
Well, he doesn't know that there's. He doesn't know that there's.
Well, he does.
I mean,
he has an Overseer.
Oh, he's got the Overseer. Sorry, I didn't see that. I can't focus when I'm hiccuping and trying to move.
It's all good.
But yeah, he does do another warping of Zealots, but there are more than enough Roaches here now to deal with this force, including the Immortals. He's not going to be able to drop the Immortals because there's just simply too many units here, and all he's doing at this point is just simply sacrificing units. If he gets
yeah, he's trying to get a
nice
surround on
micro
those.
there.
Yeah, so he does get all the Zealots, a bigger Warpin coming in with more Zealots, but honestly, this attack is almost dead in the water. The Immortals need to stay alive, but actually the Zealots going to town on these guys. The good Burrow going back, but there is that detection, so the Zealots can still attack.
Yeah, I mean,
more Roaches on
there are more Roaches. I mean, he's probably going to go ahead and take up the Hydra at some point here if he gets a chance. But right now, he's just relying on sheer numbers of units. I mean, if you look at the units lost tab, I mean, it is 23 units to 32. But remember, 20 of those 32 units, like 8 of them were drones, so it's not as lopsided as you think. I mean, to be honest, like, Freed Gucci is taking the much better engagement of this. He gets a good surround. The Warp Prism's out of place. He's gonna lose one of the
Immortal.
Oh, he loses one of the Immortals. So this fight is actually over. The Queen actually is picking away at the Mothership Core, and Gucci has held and retakes his third.
Yeah, but now we do have a lot of sentries on the way trying to defend this, but guess what? Tunneling Claws goes right under that. So if Gucci wanted to, he could probably do a bit of damage on the other side of the map, but he's just deciding not to do that at the moment. The second rope facility on the way to double Immortal production. No Colossus play just yet, but we do have +1 armor as well, and a double expand out of Gucci. He wants to take this game, but he doesn't want to do it at this exact moment. He is going to attack, but it's not game-ending damage.
Yeah, and this right now is the moment that he can do. He can go ahead and take down this wall with this with this amount of roaches and really have zero threat to them. I mean, there are there's no detection here at this wall. So these, he goes right up to it, snipes one of the zealots. He's gonna go ahead and get the pylon. The photon overcharge goes down, but it's gonna be out of range of the roaches. He's gonna go ahead and take down this other one. It's gonna delay, actually, that +1 upgrade. Now he realizes he needs to retreat because now there's enough zealots and immortals to really deal with this force. So they do burrow and run. Unfortunately, the force fields go down, the roaches all get trapped. He does manage to go underneath the force fields, which will help. He is going to go ahead and retreat. Does he have reinforcements on the way? No, he does not, but he does have a Hydralisk Den, so he is starting the production of the units he now needs to counter this lighter and more armor-damaging force of Exiled.
Yeah, the thing is, once that Groove Spines upgrade is finished, those sentries are going to be almost worthless. They're already a bit bad on this map just because you do have such wide open areas. You can't really get those good force fields off because you always have at least one place they can attack. But with Groove Spines, you can just pick them off at a distance. Immortals suck against Hydralisk. It's just a fact.
Yeah, and the thing is, what you do is you just keep those Hydras in the back. You let the roaches soak up the damage. Hydras take out the Immortals. Once the Immortals are done, the roaches can deal with everything else that the Hydras can't deal with. With the Mothership Core gun gone, Mass Recall no longer becomes an option. I mean, with those Hydras, it gives him a lot of different attack paths. I mean, he still has a Warp Prism out here to do some micro of the Immortals, but he only has 3 Immortals, and versus any number of Hydralisks, that fight's not going to go well.
Yeah, and the good thing about the Warp Prism as well is that it can really try and pull back the Zerg army. You warp in the main base up here, and he has to pull back a lot of units just to defend against that, giving Exiled a big window. We also have that Robo Bay coming up, so Colossus production is going to help out in killing those off. But we'll have to see. At this point, it's still a bit too early to see who's going to win.
Yeah, and this is really a timing attack issue. I mean, if he can get the Zerg army up here to attack this force of Zealots and Immortals before the first Colossus gets out, he'll be in a really good position. Colossus production has not begun yet because nor has researching Thermal Lance because he's waiting on Charge. So when Charge completes, along with the armor, the +2 armor upgrade, he is going to be Gucci's going to be in a lot of trouble because Charge is going to basically stop those roaches in place, allow the Immortals to close the distance, and basically shut down the roach play.
Yeah, this armies are pretty big right now, 130 to 73.
Yeah, but the Zerg army value is way higher. I mean, indicating that. I mean, and the Zerg is maxed out. He's at 200 versus 131, 160, versus 133 and 166. I mean, there isn't even any. I mean, he doesn't even have a supply maxed out.
Yeah. We do have that third base as well going for Exiled. He needs to start putting something down there.
Yeah, right now
way oversaturated.
Yeah, and this is Gucci's moment. He needs to move now. He's way behind. The army value is so insanely lopsided. He just has to take the attack. He's got to take this engagement.
Yeah, we also
and now there's a Colossus out.
Yeah, we also do have that Dark Shrine and maybe a Mutalisk switch after this fight. That's actually a really good because there's no anti-air in this army, just this one Stalker, and that's all there is. So
and this one Colossus out
oh
of
my
position.
gosh, no!
He totally goes ahead and gets the free pickoff, and that was pretty much the only defense against the Hydras. So you know what? It looks like he's going to do like a split here because now he thinks that there's more Colossus. But he's going to go ahead and pick off this pylon. He's going to move a primary set of armies in here.
Big
Colossus
surround.
with an actual real Colossus. You can't tell what you're actually fighting. But he decides to try to burrow out. But that's not going to work with the Observer there. They're caught in time warp, so they go extra slow. Meanwhile, the secondary part of Gucci's army moves in and attacks the third. This fight is going terrible for the primary attack, but Gucci's going to get this third if he does this properly.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looked like he wanted to set up a flank attack, but he was not able to. Just because his units were attacking that rock. So he is going to lose his entire army here.
But he's going to try to get the Nexus before he does. So he's got almost everything focused on the Nexus. Unfortunately, he's not able to get it. It gets down to 308 hit points, and now the armies are more even. I mean...
yeah, big remax, though, out of Gucci. 25 Hydralisks and 19 Roaches. So he's by nowhere near dead. But these Zealots... with +2 attack against +1/+1, they're going to do a lot of damage here, but it's not enough to kill them.
Shred that Zealot. They're going to shred that Hydralisk army. There are only two Colossus here, and the Colossus are going to finish the job that the Zealot's going to do. They do get a nice surround, and they're actually going to go ahead and try to focus down Oh no, what do? They didn't focus the Colossus at first. Oh, they finally focused the Colossus. They get the one. They don't realize that there's a hallucinated one here. So the Hydralisks actually have to go into hiding, but he keeps ringing. There's 3 observers there. This trick didn't work, and so he goes ahead and Burrows dies, loses his whole army. He's got mechanical problems, and that's it.
Yeah, that may have helped out. It did look like he was trying to do it over there. Like, did look like his keyboard has failed him. So Exile, taking advantage of that, is going to take this series 2-0 and move on to the semis.
Oh. Hold on. Yep, potato internet. Nope, it recovered.
Little bit of lag out of me, but I don't think it affected anyone.
I got some there. Oh. So we'll go ahead and we'll turn off the music, flip back. We'll put some EDM on for you guys. In the meantime, I'm going to mute myself while I try to stop these redonkulous hiccups. I have no idea why this is happening, people, but if you guys are out there enjoying the stream, please go ahead and click the follow button. There are a few new viewers out there, so go ahead and check me and Passer's stream. And I'm going to mute myself while I try to fix these hiccups. I will be right back.
Alright, so I am just going to find us another game. I left the party. Also, don't forget, we are doing that bit of a raffle here for this $20 Steam gift card at the end of the finals. That is at the end of the cast today. Need a match.
Alright, how are the brackets looking, actually?
Let's see, because I think that's the first semifinal in existence, but...
It's the first one ever in the history of ever?
Yeah, Magic has been made. Not Magic, but...
Yeah, so it looks like Exiled defeats Frigucci. Dreamatos actually made it into the semis as well. However, he's still waiting on a round of 16 match to finish, so that the quarterfinal match that precedes him finishes. So Dreamatos should just go take a nap, have a beer, and get a PhD, because it's going to be a while.
Yeah.
And we're also waiting on Pesmasta versus Koshki. So if we don't have any other match, let's see what's going on in the chat. Looks like Koshki and Pesmasta are both in... And it might be Pesmasta. I'm not sure. He could be a Pesmaster.
Yeah, he loves Pez.
That is one way to become famous, is to eat all the Pez. Not some of it, not just one little container, but all of it. Do you like Pez? I'm still on the fence about Pez.
I kind of like Pez, but not recently, you know? It's just kind of one of those things, you love it when you want... You love it sometimes, but you don't like it the other times, kind of.
Well, it's got that... It's not like a weird chalky... Like, first of all, it's chalky. That's fine, right?
Yeah.
But it's got like this weird, like threaded texture. It's almost like it breaks in, like... Okay, you know how like slate rock is like sheets of rock? That's kind of how Pez tastes. It's like when you crack it and you break it on, it's like you're getting sheets of chalk. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. Like, it's just odd.
I kind of just get it for the Pez dispensers. Those things are cool.
Well, that's what the big thing is. Like, there's people that collect those, you know?
Yeah, I actually went to a Pez museum once. Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
The worst thing ever, because it's just like a little museum in the middle of nowhere, basically, that just has a whole bunch of limited edition Pez, a little bit of it was just like, let's just say the worst thing I've ever done.
No, I'll tell you the worst thing. It's insane. So when I was a kid, my parents and I drove out to Yellowstone National Park, which is in Wyoming. Okay, yeah. And when you're driving from the Midwest out there, it's like a 2-day drive. All right, and so one of the things you notice now, like what Yellowstone is in the northwest corner of Wyoming. The park actually spills over into parts of Montana, right? So you got to drive through like all the Dakotas. You got to drive through like all these. You got to drive through like all these like kind of very remote states.
You have to drive through the Dakotas.
Yeah, you got to drive through South Dakota to get there. So from where we're at, because you got to angle northward from the Midwest, right? So I mean, because Anyway, so yeah. Hey, what's up, Black Knight? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for saying. You'll hear this message in 90 seconds because I'm on a 90-second stream delay. However, yeah. So you had to drive out. We had to drive out there, starting somewhere in, I think it was Iowa. Let me real quick look at a map of the U.S. because I think Iowa touches South Dakota. Let's see
It
here.
does not, I don't think.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Let me see here. Yes, it does. It does touch South Dakota.
Okay.
It touches mostly Nebraska, but it does touch the southern edge of South Dakota. However, right as you're about to leave Iowa, you start seeing billboards. Because there isn't, like when you're out there, like there's actually like stretches where they're like, your next rest stop is 60 to 80 miles or more. So they're like, stock up here for water and gas. Because if you don't, you're going to run out and there's nothing around you. I mean, like South Dakota is a barren state, right? So anyway, starting in the extreme edge of western Iowa, you see these billboards for something called wall drug. Now, do not confuse this with Walmart, okay? Because Walmart at this time that I'm telling the story was not nearly as huge as it was, as it is now. So you see wall drug, and it's like, okay, fine, and it's like a very simple billboard. It's like buy bread at wall drug, and that's it. That's all it says on the billboard. There's nothing else. That's all it says. No exit, no location, just buy bread at wall drug. Then it'll be like buy pop at wall drug, and then it's like buy tires at wall drug. Buy this, and before long, you've driven through 2 friggin' states, and every couple of miles there's another billboard for this. Now, South Dakota is a really wide state, okay?
Yeah.
And so I counted something like 150 to 170 billboards, like in a row, with nothing else in between it, advertising just this place called Wall Drug. All right. So by the time you get close to this thing, which by the way, it's in South Dakota somewhere, I don't remember where. It might be South Dakota, maybe the edge of Wyoming, the border between Wyoming and South Dakota. It's like, what is this place? This thing better be the whole friggin' city. It must be like a multiplex. It's like the Mall of America for like groceries.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And then the marketing is so insane for this. They tell you 4 exits ahead of time, which is something like I don't know, like 60 miles before you hit this thing. Oh, by the way, only 3 exits to go before Wall Drug. Only 2 exits to go before Wall Drug. Then they say this is the exit for Wall Drug. When you go past it, there's another sign that says, "Oh, you missed it. Get off at this exit and go to Wall Drug." So 4 exits after the place, they're still telling you to go to Wall Drug. Now, you know what Wall Drug is?
What is it?
A gas station.
Oh my gosh.
It's like a convenience store that's the size of it's like a service station mixed with like a convenience store. But that's all it is. So whenever you see people with these bumper stickers that says "I've been to Wall Drug," it's for that reason, because they're like, screw it. If you're putting up literally 150 billboards in each direction, east and west, because we saw the billboards when we drove back from Wyoming, we saw them approaching, or from Yellowstone, we saw them approaching the same place where Wall Drug was. So they put 150 billboards like in each direction, and it's insane.
Yeah, holy cow.
Yeah, so I mean, it's right up there with the Pez dispenser.
Yeah, I remember like North Dakota's pretty close to Canada.
Yeah.
Well,
It touches it. I mean, I'd say it's not pretty close. It touches Canada.
Yeah, well, like where I am is about 2.5 hours from Winnipeg, which is where Element lives, by the way. So I could go get a beer with him if I wanted.
He's Canadian?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm sorry.
But yeah, basically, yeah, oh gosh, yeah, basically, there's absolutely nothing in between you and the border. So you have about 100 miles from where I am, and then you get one gas station that has kind of like what you were saying, last stop till Canada, get everything because there's nothing, and then you cross the border, and then once again there's nothing till you hit Winnipeg. So
how far is Winnipeg from you, like time wise? Do you think?
About 2.5 hours.
Oh, straight through. So it's like an hour to the border, and then an hour and a half or an hour and a quarter to the border, and then an hour and a quarter past the border.
Yeah, then just about 20 minutes for them to search your car and make sure you're not.
So so funny you mentioned that. And sorry guys, I know we're waiting for a game to actually come up. That's the problem. That's why we're having this chit chat here. So it's funny you say that, because I went to a bachelor party that was in Canada, but it was a 2-day bachelor party. It was like a whole weekend thing. So on like Friday night, we drove into Detroit, and then we had like the first half of the bachelor party at like the bars and clubs and whatever there, and then the next morning we were gonna go over to Windsor, which is literally right on the other side of Detroit, right? And like literally, there's like Detroit, the Detroit River, which separates the U.S. from Canada there, and then you have Windsor. And so we get to Windsor, and so the groom is a TSA agent, so he works for like all the super airport security, right? So there's 4 carloads of guys. It's like, I don't know, like 11 dudes or something. So no, it's less than that. It's like 8 or 9. So anyway, we get over there, and I'm the last car to go through of the 4 of us. So I get across, and first of all, I'm also the only one at the time that didn't have a passport, but I brought like my birth certificate and like my state ID, like all this other stuff I could do to make sure that
you're allowed to go in if you have like a special driver's license. You don't need a passport.
No, not anymore. You're not. At this, they have something called like the passport card, and the passport card only works in the U.S. and Mexico. But you can't go over with just like a driver's license and like all that stuff. You have to have it. So, hey, what's up, sitting in space? Welcome to the stream. So what happens is this TSA agent is in the car with me. He's the groom. So I'm the only car that's pulled aside and inspected. They let the other 3 cars go, but they pull me aside. I'm like, okay. Like, they didn't ask for a passport. They didn't ask for like a birth certificate. I just handed my driver's license. They're like, why are you going up there? I'm like, bachelor party. It's like, this is the groom. Because the groom is in the passenger seat. So we get there, they search my car. Now I'm an IT guy, like that's what my job is.
Right.
So what happened was that I had my nerd pack, which is my laptop, it's like basically like a server triage kit in a backpack, right? So I had all this ridiculously odd-looking equipment to the average person. Well, anyway, they go to search the car, and so you have to go sit in this I don't know, it looks like a BMV area, right? So you go indoors and you sit in this lobby, and they go over all your paperwork, because what it is they don't give you your driver's license back. Once they go to search your car, they pass it off, and you have to go into that building and get it back. So you go back and get your identification, and while you're signing the paperwork to prove that you're not there to, like, I don't know, like sell narcotics or whatever, they let you go. But I get interrupted in the middle of it with the guys coming out. Like, now there's 2 guys, 1 with gloves on and 2 with guns. And they come up to me in the lobby and they're like, sir, please come with us. And I'm like, okay. So I go out there and they're like, please open that bag. So I could see that they looked in it, so I opened it, and I'm pulling the bag open, and like it just gets worse and worse because there's like hundreds of there's like dozens of cables and all kinds of shit. The laptop I have has got a dead battery, so it keeps flashing orange like it's bad. So anyway, it was this long ordeal, and they thought I had like built a bomb in my backpack, is what it was.
Oh,
and so they finally let me go. Yeah. So then we finally get gone, and everyone's meeting at this casino because what it is, there's this one strip of bars right in Windsor, right after you cross the border. And the strip of bars is anchored at the end with this giant casino. And so in Canada, you can bet on all the college football and NFL games there, right? So we were there on a Saturday, and if you bet on the sports book, which is like whatever, at the time it was like whatever, like all 32 Division I football games, then if you put $5 down, but if you win something like $1,800.
Oh, so,
wow. The guy wanted to place his bet, and you have a certain amount of time before you can place that. Like, if the games start, you can't place the bet. So you have to place the bet right when it starts. And because they were waiting for us, they couldn't place the bet. We get in there, and all of our bank accounts are frozen for fraud because we all tried to access an ATM in a foreign country when 8 hours earlier we were in the U.S., even though we were literally 25 miles apart from where we were the night before.
Oh, man, I remember that. I had to go to an ATM in Winnipeg when I was up there. Of course, to get drunk because I'm only 20. But yeah, we went to a ATM. Me and my friend who was with me,
Mm-hmm.
and I get like 3 calls that night, and I have my phone off because I don't want roaming charges. But I have my phone off because of that. And when I get back over the border, I get like just some bank guy calling me 3 times saying, "Oh, hey, we froze your account for a minute just because there was some really, really suspicious behavior." So not a cool story, but you know.
No, it's funny you say that because when I was over there, so I don't get international roaming either. So if you stand, like the way these bars are, is that they're really close to the Detroit River. Well, the Detroit River actually has like both Rogers Wireless, which is the Canadian provider, and it's also the Canadian equivalent of AT&T. So when I wanted to call someone, I would have to run down to like that side of the casino or that side of the street or that bar or down by the river, wait until my phone picked up the AT&T tower from the Detroit side of the river, make my call, and hang up before it switched over to the Rogers Wireless.
That's funny.
it was like the nuttiest thing. I literally be in the middle of my beer. And I'm like, I got AT&T, and I'd be in the middle of the conversation with like the cutest girl or whatever, and I'm like, sorry, honey, I gotta go call someone. Bye. And they're like, what was that about? And like, sorry, AT&T just came through. And they're like, but I'm right here. And I'm like, yeah, but whatever. Just give me 5, honey.
Yeah,
it was so
funny.
bad.
Yeah. So I definitely recommend Canada, just not in the winter, guys. Like, you probably don't want to be up there during the winter.
All right, looks like Saw versus Mimo is about to start. Oh yeah. Hold on.
Get them.
We need a game. Hold
wait.
on. So.
Oh, they haven't started?
Oh, Dreamatos. Oh, he's still waiting. No, it looks like Saw versus.
I don't see
Yeah,
him.
Saw versus Mimo is about to start, and Zeratul and Equilibrium might be casting.
You guys started yet? All right, I'm gonna get him.
Because it looks like Exiled is going to end up playing the winner of Koski versus Pezmasta. So.
Yeah, so we'll probably get them next. They're in game number 3, according to Ban, I think, in your chat.
Who is?
Koski and...
Bantame? Oh, I wonder if Kashi's actually streaming her chat. That's very possible. She could be streaming her matches. Hold on.
All right.
There it is. Let me see if she's streaming her match.
Let me see. It looks like Mimo's just doing the vetoing. Asking
Yeah,
if
she actually is streaming her match right now. I'm guessing this is a 2-minute stream, so it looks like they might have... Yeah, it looks like they just started maybe game 3 here. Because they're just saying they just started, like, good luck, have fun. So they are just starting their 3rd match. So thank you, Bantame. Appreciate that. That makes sense. After confirming from Kosh's stream, yeah, that is game 3. So if we do get Saw versus Mimo, that would be a nice time killer.
We got him.
We got him. Let's do it, mother. Can't swear on this too much. There
I
are
don't
little
care.
children and nuns watching.
Maybe. I just don't do it because usually there's someone around me who
Like
can...
me?
No, get me in trouble. I'm still at home for another week. But I got the whole house to myself right now, so I can pretty much say whatever I want.
So why don't you have it? So you know what that means, though, is that your own private stream is going to turn into like a woohoo, I'm naked stream, woo, naked.
Believe me, I probably am below the waist. I have no idea.
You have no idea if you're even wearing pants? Like, I've heard of forgetting a person's name, but forgetting a pants is considerably more important than forgetting if you're wearing your known name.
Alright, I'm going to get you suggested. Alright, so Ban, basically what's going to happen is, at the beginning of the finals of this stream, what's going to happen is I'm going to open a raffle using Passerbot that you've seen, and when I open that, you're going to be able to buy tickets for 2 droppers a piece. There's going to be no limit to the number you can buy, and I'm going to select from there. If they're a follower, boom, they win. If you're not, you lose, pretty much.
Must be present to win. All you gotta do is like read off the fine print, like at the end of all those TV commercials. Is like, like pharmaceutical commercials is like, if you have any of the following reactions, you go brain dead, you go blind, your foot falls off. Please call a doctor immediately, as this might be a sign of a serious reaction or a serious allergic reaction. I'm like, yeah, my foot friggin' fell off. I'm pretty sure that's a pretty serious allergic reaction.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you want to get the I have no idea what Mimo just said. Dem Puxies, though?
Oh, dude.
What?
I think... Yeah, that's a foreign language.
Is it?
Ah! Bonsame just said Koshki just lost 2-1. Well, shout out to Koshki. Good effort. You did win your series. You got further than I would because I'm a Nimnard retard. Kind of terrible at this game. So
It's alright. I don't think I've ever made it past the first round when I was playing in these. That's why I cast it now.
I made it to the finals in the bronze, silver, gold one once, but I think that's because I got 2 buys.
Because I wasn't there.
No, I got to buy into the finals.
Oh, that's... Oh my gosh, that's funny.
No, what it was is my opponent from the semis won and then quit or something and whatever, and then they're just kind of like, you want to play? I'm like, okay, fine.
Yeah. But anyway, enough about us. Representing 1F Academy, it's Mimo-san.
Sitting down at the 7 o'clock position, I'm going to say like I'm a Frenchman.
Oh.
It is Saw Gunner 2. Ooh, this is a good song. I don't know what song this is, but this thing is amazing.
Awesome. Team kill incoming. Yeah, both these guys are in 1F Academy, so that's going to be pretty fun. It is going to be a TVZ, so second Terran today. Little early for aggression, eh?
All right, so I think right now with I got to put on my build orders and I got to put on some. Oh, you know what? Hold on, Shift S, and this is a best of 3. By the way, what I really think is I think there should be a worker rush right here out of Mimo-san. I think that would end the game very quickly. Yeah, go.
Yeah,
go do that.
Everyone rush now. No one saw that, so. But anyway, it looks like it is going to be a Reaper opening out of Mimo, but of course, you know, I've been wrong before. We do have a gasless opening. This has been pretty popular recently. You know, it allows you to get those units out, like I've been saying over and over and over again. I'm like a broken record. But this is going to be a hatch first out of Saw Gunner.
Yeah, which is pretty typical. Here's the thing: is it like, particularly in ZVZs, it doesn't matter what order whether you go hatch or pool first, you end up at the same point. You know, by the 4-minute mark anyway. And the thing is that the only way you'd ever not go hatch is if you're going to do like a 6 pool, 8 pool, or one of those super early pools with a lot of lings. You know, you pop out your queen, you do a round of larva inject, you pop out a bunch of more lings, and then bam, you just attack the guy. So, yeah, that's the only thing that I think would, you know, that you really could do different here for Zerg, because the big issue is Zerg has one opening. You can make Zerglings. That's kind of it.
Yeah, and welcome, War Drinker. Sorry about that, go ahead.
No, do what you gotta do. War Drinker, welcome to his stream. If you wanna go ahead and open up multitwitch.tv, you can watch both our streams. I'm DJ Spectre, and you're watching Passer. You can do both. Become Leonardo DiCaprio, become Inception.
Just do it.
Do it. Do it.
That is so old at this point. Everyone's too busy doing it.
It's okay. I'm Batman, I want a cookie.
Yeah, we actually...
in case you guys are wondering what this is Monster Cat playing in the background of my stream. The song it's currently playing is called Muzzy High Maintenance, and it's by The Phantom, featuring High Maintenance.
Yeah. Also, thank you, Mafia Eagle, for the follow. You are now eligible for that Steam card. We do have this Reaper trying to get some damage done here. Gonna get that one drone. So already off to a good start here. And on the back of this, we are going to see that command center coming down. The Overlord's going to see everything here. And you know what I really want to see on this map, just because it's just so fun? I want to see him use the thing up here. Drop a couple of siege tanks, drop some units, and pretty much just deny the gas from our Zerg player. Where is it on here? There it is. Maybe.
Where is the gas? You're like, I don't even know where the gas is. Now these two Reapers are going to take out these two Zerglings very easily. This is actually a position he wants to be in. He took out the early Scoutlings. There literally is like, there's only Overlord scouting right now, but right now, oh, you don't want to do that. That is something you don't want to lose. You can only take on a Queen with a minimum of at least 3 Reapers, and even then you have to micro them. You had 1.5 Reapers. That's going to be a fight you're not going to be able to win.
Yeah, so he's not going to be able to take out a Queen just now. He may be able to with the best micro in existence, but
no, not true. They simply outrange the Reapers. With 2 Reapers, it's possible with the most amazing micro, but there are 5 Zerglings actually there. They're going to help with this. This fight is going to be. He needs to probably just use these Reapers really actually for scouting information. I mean, there's nothing really to scout that he hasn't already seen, but it's nice to know and hop in, make sure there's nothing new. You know, he is going to go ahead. Is that double expansion? No, yeah, he is double expanding. So Mimo-san decides that the best opening in the world is lose a couple of Reapers and then double expand behind it.
Yeah, that's
the way they roll.
Yeah, that's actually how the build works out a bit. You do get that early Hellion and that double expand out, so you get your economy rolling with those 3 Reapers, and you get map control with the Hellions, with the Reapers. Usually you do want 3, so you can pick off both the supplied creep tumors and such. But we do have a fast Baneling nest out of Saw Gunner, so it looks like we're going to see a Baneling bust.
Yeah, and this is dangerous because he's in a weak position. There are no mines out on the field. He's making only Hellions. And you see, here's the thing. He only has 2 Hellions. He has no way to stop this. These Lings are going to crawl down in here, and as soon as that Baneling nest is finished, which it just did, you're going to see about half of these. And he goes up with the test Ling to notice that there's no mines. There is nothing to stop this Baneling bust.
Yeah, but it looks like he's not going to do it just yet. Going instead for the back rocks.
Yeah, and he decides to go ahead and reinforce his main wall with this. Maybe he doesn't realize that there is back rocks here, but they are going to be torn down in short order. It's currently down at 3/4 health right now, so it's not going to be very long before there's going to be a flood of lings in his main entrance. And he throws down a second barracks. Actually, he throws down 2 more barracks. This is not going to be enough units to stop this. Yeah, this is going to be the surprise attack of Mimo-san's life.
Yeah, and with those back rocks, there's actually gonna be that rock tower preventing. Well, not preventing, but he really needs to start killing that right now.
But he has no idea it's even there. He has no idea it's even coming. There's the Ling
oh my God,
right there. They all get in. Now the Hellions actually do a surprising amount of damage. There is 1 Baneling here. What? There is a single Baneling that is here to roast, but if they target fire, if the Hellions target fire that Baneling, I mean, all the Zerglings go down. The Baneling actually goes down, and somehow Mimo-san has actually held this. That was a complete and utter mismanagement of that attack by Saw Gunner 2. He completely bungled that because he didn't have enough gas, because he only had 1 gas there. I think what it was, he thought he had more gas than that, tried to make mass Banelings, and then was like, what? He still hasn't taken more gas. He's just Ling flooding against the exact unit that counters Lings.
Yeah, he's going to hold the Zelnaga for a second here. It looks like he wants to keep up with aggression, but instead he's going to drone up behind this. Got that 3rd base down to match, and it looks like Mimo-san, with that big bank that he accidentally built up, is going to be in a great position.
Yeah, I mean, he's now got his... I mean, he's got the ability to just move out to his natural... Well, I don't know what you consider the natural in this, but here it is, just out of sheer dumb luck. The Hellions show up. They see all the Zerglings. The Zerglings go in to kill the workers. He tries to move the mules out, but they're going to get picked off. All the workers die. He does manage to save the command center. It takes no damage whatsoever, but this Force of Marine Hellion is going to go ahead and push it back. That was actually a very, very successful attack. That got quite a few workers. I believe it took 8 to 10 workers there out all at once, and that was very well done. The Zergling flood is still here, but the gas production just is not. He's got 3 guys in 3 geysers. No, I take that back. He's still got 1 guy in 1 geyser and 3 guys in another 2. But he does not have his 4th taken quite yet. Yeah. And he really needs to if he wants his Baneling production.
Yeah, again, still trying to do damage on this side of the map. Actually trying to get us around on those Hellions. Loses a bit for that and is not going to get them. We do have that 2nd base once again getting... muled with at this point you really need to do game-ending damage with these forces, but yeah, because 3 mules at a time, that's just going to be really hard to stop. No Banelings either, trying to get on top of the Hellions.
Oh, he gets the God. Out, and some of them are going to get some shots off. The supporting Marines and Medivacs are going to go ahead and vaporize, or going to go ahead and poke holes in anything that didn't die to the fire. Yeah. He did lose a lot of Hellions, and transforming those could have gone a little bit better. He goes ahead and tries to jump in. He tries to focus fire the 1 queen, but it gets away. So he's like, you know what, no more upgrades for you. Your wall is going to turn into some, like, Zerg flavored goo. We'll Medivac up. We'll let the Broodlings die, or drop it. Oh, no! The Banelings finally pop. Centrifugal hooks are going to finish soon, so he's going to get Baneling speed. He takes out a couple of them with the Marines, but the Banelings are just poppity, pop, pop, pop. They're eating them like popcorn. Centrifugal hooks are going to finish shortly here.
Oh my gosh, that was done. That was actually really smart out of Mimo, using individual Marines to do detonate the Banelings, get them inefficiently trading. But this is going to spark Mimo to attack on the other side of the map. Maybe go in the other way instead of the back way. But here we go. We have double drops. We have these.
And he doesn't have any units. He's got submarines here and 1 bunker, but they're out of range and they're not going to be able to handle this many Lings. There's just no way. He needs to get those other Marines in the bunker. Maybe someone to repair it. He doesn't do that. He goes ahead and and then in the meantime, Mimo's like, screw this. I'm dropping on your natural and your 3rd. So there are 2 drops going down. Attack in Mimo's main. Banelings are just going to go ahead and wreck face here. This might turn into some very awkward base trade-like situation here.
Yeah, the problem is, as you know, Terran can fly. So there's nothing that can shoot up for Saw Gunner. So it looks like Mimo may actually take this game. He's focusing down the Zerg cocoons right now, not what you want to do. And does he have Stim? Yes, he does. That's the lone upgrade he has. But he's going to take this game.
There's no way there's no way he can lose here, because he literally can just simply float a building off, and without the production to make a spire to deal with the floated buildings. I mean, this could go on literally forever, and he has a massive bank. I mean, he's got 2,000 minerals that he's, or sorry, 1,500 minerals, so he could make money, but these Zerglings are flooding in. They're going to go ahead and chew up some of these Marines. They'll be picked up into the medevac and be forced to retreat. The rest of these Marines actually can die here, so he'll get a free pickup, and as long as he has the Zerglings follow these Marines, he can actually sort of hold this off. In the meantime, there's one base worth of workers from Mimo-san, and one base worth of workers there. They're somehow even on workers set with 17 to 20, and I don't know, Pastor. This whole thing is just awkward.
Yeah, I mean, Mimo definitely got the better end of that. You have a one-base Zerg. He does have the, not the economy, but he does have the minerals to remake, but, I mean, Sagan is still doing kind of the right move, but there's just way too many Marines here is the problem. In that choke point, the Zerglings can't get where they need to be, and he just doesn't have the economy to really...
to end it, basically.
Yeah, he does have all his tech buildings, though. You know, that is one thing I kind of wish Mimo would have sniped. That would have helped him out a lot. But on the back of this, we do have double Viking production for some awkward reason.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you thought the guy's going to go Mutas, but right now, if you look at the worker production, you know, somehow magically Saw Gunner 2 has got triple the number of workers because he managed to get those Zerglings in and wipe out everything at the natural. So literally, there is only 7 and now there's 8 workers. Actually, here there's a 9th being produced, or sorry, an 8th being produced, and here comes the Zerglings and Banelings again, and they're looking to wreck some face. There's nothing there to actually stop, so he's gonna flood in these Banelings. The Banelings gonna destroy everything, even with the splits. They are gonna take out this Marine force, and that is it for the Marines. There is quite literally nothing left here for him to do. Most of the there are some more Marines that did pop out. There are a few Banelings here. The Vikings are effectively not doing anything. All the buildings get lifted, which means again there's no money, and the bank that Mimo-san had is gone.
Yeah, we do have the other drop maybe getting cleaned up, but it is pretty close. Instead, it does survive. That third base is definitely going to go down. We do have the secondary, but nothing. And on the other side of the map, Saw Gunner's entire force is dead.
Oh, and the drop gets cleaned up with Banelings because he wasn't watching. There's a single Marine left that's over there doing some work, but this lone Zergling, one Baneling.
Did he just get all the Banelings with that?
He just killed all 2, there was 2 Banelings there, so
yes,
he did. One exploded and he shot the other one.
That is not the kind of trade you want to be making.
And somehow now the worker count is almost even again. I mean, the mules drop down. He drops 4 mules on his natural, and the worker count is 10 for Mimo-san and 17 for Saw Gunner 2. I mean, the good news is though is that Mimo-san has like a few units. He's got more medevacs than he has actual combat units on the ground though, I think, which is kind of funny. So the army supply is only 36 to 34, so dead heat there. You know, I mean, this is just so weird. Even with mules, it's not really going to matter because all he's doing is making Marines. He goes ahead and he kills all the Vikings off with the Zerglings, and he manages to get a few more kills. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, he really needs to transition. Saw Gunner, that is. I mean, you know, these guys are good with +1. They're almost cracklings. They just need a few more upgrades. But, I mean, you can't do much else with them. He needs either Mutalisks or he needs Roaches, Hydralisks. You need something that shoots.
Yeah, what he needs is, I think what he needs right now is, you're right, I think what he needs is he needs Roaches. He just simply doesn't have the ability, and he's got to keep the pressure on Mimo-san. If he doesn't keep the pressure on Mimo-san, then this is over. Oh my god, these Banelings are going to get spotted. He runs the Zerglings in to try to pick it off. One of the Banelings, no, neither one of them gets in there. And so what he does is he just simply doesn't have the gas production to actually keep up the Banelings he needs. Meanwhile, the Mules are allowing the Terran to come back into this game, and now he has doubled the army supply of his Zerg opponent. So, I mean, as awkward as this is, I mean, the main being mined out is okay, but there still is no third because there's an overlord over here puking creep. However, there are 3 fully functional well, not fully functional bases for Saw Gunner 2. So while the army is bigger for Mimo-san, he's not capitalizing on that. He throws a scan down. He does see that there's a third there. But yeah, I mean, we're looking at, what is this, almost 48, 39 Marines? And yeah, another drop is being prepped.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Mimo-san has the production, you know. As the Saw Gunner, he really needs to get that drone production where he needs it to be. I said needs twice, but whatever.
He does have all of his bases saturated at this point, so that is good for him. He's about to mine out in the main. Who's doing that?
Me.
Okay. I was wondering
I'm
if there was
pointing out
someone
the
else
two
here.
drops that are coming in.
Yeah, I see him. But yeah,
And I'm just trying to make sure you all involved. And here it is once again. A double medevac moving drop comes into the natural. The Zerglings flood over here. The workers do leave. The Queen's gonna do what it can to go ahead and hold it off. But all they're doing is just they're focusing down the Queen. They were going for the extraction. The other one comes into the third here, and this lone Queen needs to just GTFO, and that is it. It looks like
GG.
Mimo-san forces the hand of his Zerg opponent.
yeah, so that's pretty much like Mimo pretty much won that single-handed. Not single-handedly, of course it's
Well,
single-handedly.
he obviously did it single-handedly. I mean, where was it? He didn't have a team.
Well, he does have a team, but yeah, I mean that was wow, 170, 174.
Yeah, but if you look at this amount that these two guys are supply capped. This is telltale just how ridiculous those exchanges were. Because the workers died. Now this is a 22-minute game. You don't ever see someone's supply cap time at 6 seconds. Look at that, 6 seconds. And 53 seconds for Mimo-san isn't bad either, but they just kept wiping out each other's workers. They always had supply available because they just never had any income.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens in game number 2.
Yeah, I mean, that was very interesting. I mean, resource collection rate was briefly even up until Mimo-san used, like, all of his mules, so he dropped 8 of them down at one point. You know, workers active, I mean, Mimo-san did lose some at one point, but he recovered again. Like, I mean, just these graphs are just insane. Upgrade spending, I didn't even keep track of upgrades. I had no idea what was going on. There was just too much Ling Bane, I'm running out of SCVs action.
Yeah, well, what happened was,
I'm getting back in here. Hang tight.
yeah, I got you. But yeah, Saw Gunner, really, if he was able to use that big bank that he had saved up, he had all his production buildings, so he could have gone into Mutalisks. You saw that there was nothing on the other side of the map that, in terms of static defense for them.
Yeah,
so,
I mean that was really odd that happened the way it did. I mean, still, it just like I said, it was shaping up to be a base trade, and then ended up not being a base trade. I'm like, all right, dude, that's just crazy. By the way, I'd like to welcome Lepsid to the stream. Haven't seen you around. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, Lepsid? I missed you.
Lepsid's hanging out in my stream. He may be in yours. Let me check'ems. He's not. Well, he loves me more than you. Ha!
Ha ha.
Ha.
Fine, but he asked me to let him cast with me one day, so guess what? No.
Keep talking, brother. You're gonna talk yourself right out of a job.
It's all right. I can get another one. I'm just kidding. We love you, Lepsid. You're awesome. A good player.
Yeah, but I love you more. I win all the time.
Sure.
I'm kidding. I don't win very often. At least not on stream, anyway.
Yeah,
that's why I play games like Left 4 Dead.
Oh, Left 4 Dead. If you guys want, that's on sale this week, $4.99 a piece. But
you know what? I bought the duology for $7 during the summer sale.
Nice.
Anyway,
I'll let you start.
Speaking of things that are nice, we've got Mimo-san over here in the 3 o'clock position on Dash and Terminal. He's purple, he's the Terran, and he's up 1-0.
You messed me up there with that one, but over here, his teammate wanting to get back in this game, it's Saw Gunner. So Mimo-san gets one. So let's talk about this map. I think at this point everyone should know about this map, if at least veto it if they don't like it. But what do you think?
Okay, so this is one of two things. This is either Zerg's Worst Nightmare or Protoss Heaven. And for Terran, it's kind of
iffy.
I don't know, meh either way. And here's the reason. It's Zerg's Worst Nightmare because they've got lots of units that have to be funneled down these little tiny ramps, right? So you can have one Widow Mine that covers every single ramp in this entire game. So a Widow Mine radius covers every ramp with the exception of the ramp that's down here, and that's it. Every other ramp in this game, which the one I pinged is the only... Oh, no, I guess this one. That one. These two are the only ones that a Widow Mine does not cover in its entirety with its standard radius. Every other ramp, it covers it. Now, does it cover it fully? No, but it does cover it, so there's a small window to get it. Why? Why does that matter for Zerg? Because even if you have Overseers, you're going to end up overrunning this stuff and losing units, right? So what happens is you end up being funneled as a Zerg. As a Protoss player, the same thing happens with Colossus. Anyone tries to micro down any one of these tunnels or charge through it, you just back your Colossus up and point and laugh. You know, there's also very little room to spread your Marines during Baneling busts, so this map is also difficult for that. However, it does have this upper path here where you can send a whole lot of Reapers between the main base. So it is favored for Terran in the early game, but it is definitely favored for Protoss in late game.
Oh, I can't let him know that we did see everything. But I
don't know what epic micro he was talking about, but
last game he lost all his Reapers.
Oh yeah, that was fantastic micro. I believe that his Reaper micro was second only to God. I'm pretty certain God's micro. He took notes on that, so I think that's what happened.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it doesn't. I have no idea what he's saying that we didn't see. He may have.
I'm not sure either, but we see all. I'm like on MasterChef. Like all the chefs see everything. He does manage to go ahead and get his Reaper in here. Ooh, wow! Long before.
Oh my gosh!
How did he manage to lose that Reaper? That was hysterical. He lost all of his Reapers right here. Like literally right there. See that little dot right there on the ground? That's where the Reaper died. Literally the Zerglings popped out and the Reaper died. Like the Reaper looked at it, had enough time to crap its pants, and then die.
Yeah, that was not good at all. The second Reaper's gonna come in. Let's put up the production tab as well. I might not win, but I'll get on the highlight reel. Yeah, that is I'm definitely highlighting that.
That was probably the single worst way a Reaper could die. That's I don't know. That's like in the movie Aliens where like the chest burster comes out. I mean, like that's like the worst way to die.
Yeah. So this one Reaper, lamenting the loss of his buddy, gonna try and go for that drone. Not going to get it, and may actually lose this one. But no, he does get out of there.
If he loses this one too, I'm gonna laugh. Oh, he doesn't. By the way, Bontame, yes, this is an embiggened strap station. This is literally strap station without the little Reaper path to the north. Because strap station was a giant U shape. You either landed on the island in the middle, or you took the long way around. There was nothing between it. But yeah.
Def might win most early Reaper kills. Yeah. Yeah.
No. I think you're gonna get the fastest Reaper kill ever. Like,
yeah,
he was at full health and then just dead.
Fastest Reaper kill on stream. I may have to give him like $5 just for the award, but
yeah, I mean, like literally, it was in that one round of attack. Like you can like things like tanks don't count because they're powerful units, but like a single round of Zergling attack, one single attack action from each of the 5 Zerglings killed that Reaper.
Yeah, and so
actually,
far,
what do Zerglings get for damage? Where's the Zerglings at? Does he have any? Where are they?
He does. They are in the natural. They do 5 damage with no upgrades to either melee or light.
Well, guess what? You know what? 5 times 5 times 5 is 20. Oh, I guess it was 2 rounds. But look, because the Reapers only have 60 health.
Yeah, so 4 Reapers do 80 damage. I thought. No, I don't know.
No. They only have 60 health, which means I guess it took 2 rounds for that Zergling thing to kill it.
Never do math on stream.
It was still darn fast.
Never do math on stream, guys. It's bad. Don't do math either. That's what I said the first time by accident.
So he's going for. So Mimo-san is going to go ahead and take a third. He's got a third. What is that thing? That other. Oh, and the Hellions all get trapped. They got nowhere to go. They trapped the Reapers, and now this is looking like trouble. He needs to go ahead and raise that depot. Raise the depot.
Oh no, he didn't raise it.
Oh, and he brings the workers over and he puts them on hold position, but he puts them on hold position next to the ramp. Not again. They didn't block anything. Boy. Oh no, and those Zerglings flood all in here. He has no combat units left. He lost all of them with the Hellions and Reapers.
That's game ending almost.
He finally raises the depot. He's got one Marine that is being escorted around the map
Banelings, please.
Where is the? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
So he's using the workers as a buffer. There we go. But now there are Banelings in his base. Oh, that's gonna be trouble.
No. And they're definitely gonna get up here. There's nothing that can shoot him. He's gonna put all his workers on top, and they're about to pop.
Oh no! I mean, he's got one Marine there. His only Marine, his only defense.
Oh my God! Oh my gosh! Oh man! I wish you could see my face.
And he gets the rest of the Reaper. Oh my God! He loses nearly all of his workers. He loses how many workers in that? Oh, you 16. You didn't start with game. There are 26 units that were killed in that attack. Sorry, not 26. 22. And now the natural is in trouble of being lost. He lifts that. What units does he have? I don't even know what units he has. He has three Marines. That's it.
He really needs to make this wall
And
now.
he accidentally overstims with one of them.
Oh my gosh. And really, just a few banelings. I don't know why Sargon's not making them just yet. Hold up.
I guess he's gonna pause the game.
In a second here. Did you
not
get
any of that
lag? What lag? I didn't get any lag.
I can't tell him that either.
I always have lag. It's not us. We are fine. It's not us.
Yeah, we're not getting any lag here either.
Okay. So I'm guessing
Literally 27 stalls a minute. I don't know what that is. So he must have some fancy stalls over there, and I don't have that. So they can pause it and let it go, but he chooses not to pause it and decides to push forward with this, which may not be necessarily the best idea. I mean, when you're talking... Oh, and I gotta undo it because my headset's telling me that my headset battery's gonna die. He does advance back with this unit out here. He's gonna be able to retake his natural again, which is good. So Mimo-san sort of stabilizes in a very dangerous position, mainly because it looked like there were not enough banelings, which seems to be the problem for... our Zerg player, he has all of his gases. Does he have all of them now? He's got all of his gases taken, so he definitely is not having a gas shortage this particular game. But
yeah.
Still, he's not taking advantage of his Baneling advantage, basically.
Yeah, I mean, the one big problem about that attack is it didn't kill him. You do have 3 orbitals dropping mules at a time, and just look at the income. It's actually in Mimo-san's favor. So he's going to be able to take his 3rd pretty soon here if he's willing to. But this time the game's going to be a bit different because you do have that Spire coming up. And there's absolutely no defense in the main just yet. Also no combat. Oh yes, there is combat shield, I was about to say.
He's got a nice spread of Marines and Hellions, and this will be able to do somebody really needs mines because there's no Overseers in this.
But
I mean, he's still producing Hellions, but he's got no Hellbats. Oh, and and everything just gets surrounded. I mean, the Hellions are doing what they can, and he stims his Marines, but without Medivacs, there's no point in stimming Marines.
Yeah, there are enough Banelings here, I think, to take down the wall, and they're going to do a little bit of damage, but GG has been called. Mimo-san taps out, and we're going to head to game number 3.
Yeah, you know what? In that match, I think what it saved him was a mine or two, or even Medivacs. He just didn't have either of those. I mean, he was building more barracks. He had a factory with a reactor on it. He should have swapped the factory... Or no, I'm sorry, he should have moved one of his barracks to someplace else and built the starport right on one of the abandoned reactors, and I think he would have been fine. But that did not happen, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, it's good that he left the game then, so he didn't get on tilt, pretty much. But yeah, he was really, really far behind. Not in terms of economy, just in terms of aggression. Because once you get aggression started as a Zerg, and if you get really good damage done early in the game, you just can't win as a Terran.
No, you can't because the unit output from Zerg becomes just absolutely absurd. I mean, because they can remax almost. They can get back to the point they were supply wise as fast. I mean, like faster than you can because they can do it in a single round of production, whereas you have, as a Terran, have to wait for all your reactor buildings to pop them out. I'm gonna go ahead and take one super quick restroom break, so don't let these players start. I will be back in 1 minute, guys.
Okay, so he left me with you guys again. How y'all doing? Just make sure she doesn't get into shot. So how you guys doing tonight? You can let us know in either chats. I am Passer from Passer 2300. That's the Twitch name. I also do YouTube. If you like YouTube, youtube.com/gamersteed. Mostly just StarCraft, but I also do general gaming a little bit here. I'm starting to try and get into that. But low FPS out of these players is the problem. We're just waiting on DJ to get back to get into game number 3 on Coda LE. 56k modem, talking about that. But you know, everything is going pretty well right now, and it looks like DJ has come back.
Oh yes.
Okay, so we're gonna hop in.
All right, make us refs. Who's the fucking group leader? Host.
So we can help if. Also.
Also, if by the way, if we become refs, we
I-
can't ping on the screen because they can see that then.
Reel of.
There we go. We're both referees now. Hype. All right, guys. Sorry about that. You probably saw me screwing with my headset earlier. It's because the battery in my headphones was dying, so I had to recharge it. And I was trying to fumble around for where the charging port was on the headphones. So there was that.
Okay. Better make it of the first game. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it Reapers. Reapers. The way not to use them. Not saying anything bad about Mimo-san. But,
Yeah, no.
you know.
I think what it was, he just got really unlucky. I mean, like, I hate to say it, but that first Reaper was just hysterical how it died. It was like literally like, "Hey guys, are these flowers? Nope, those are zerglings. I'm fracked." And then he just died.
Yeah. So we're just waiting on them to start up. We're just kind of talking shop in the chat. You can see me, so I can't really do too much here in terms of moving, and I probably should look at the camera, but
Yeah, you should probably look at that camera. Make those viewers. You gotta be like this. You gotta flash them like a big, tiny, or a big, massive cheese. And here, this is how you do it. Where's my camera option? Hold on. Where's the camera controller? It's like what you do is you like, gotta like zoom like all the way, and you're like, "Nyeh." Where's it? Will not zoom that way. It's like you zoom like all the way in, like give them all the way, like "Nyeh," like that. That's how you do it. Cheese. I don't want to see my face that big though. Please, no. But anyway, back to this game and people looking at less at my tonsils and more at this match.
alright, so this actually is the quarterfinals. The semis are underway, and
Did you just say what? Why did Bontame just say DJ Stream just picnicked?
did you picnic?
What the heck's a picnic?
You know, it's when your stream dies.
No, I think it's just his end. My stream still says I'm broadcasting.
Uh-oh. Well, sometimes your stream does do that really weird thing. We'll talk about it in a second, but spawning down here, he's tied. Let's try that again. Spawning down here, representing Academy, it's Mimo-san.
Yeah, and currently with the series, he came back actually from a really tough loss in the first game. Saw Gunner 2 is a red Zerg.
So yeah, sometimes your thing either lags out, like I lose a video when I'm watching it. So I think that's what's going on. I don't know if it's you.
Oh, you know what? No, I know what it is. It's the hold on. I know what the issue is, and it's my stream rate. So what I do is I broadcast at 3,000 kilobits a second for quality reasons. So I think that's why. I normally broadcast at 3,500, but I dropped it down temporarily to see if I could alleviate that problem. So.
Yeah, that may be it. Anyway, we do see, once again, an earlier scout out of Saw Gunner. That's what he did in the last game to make sure that he knows what's going on. But it just looks like Mimo is going to go for the standard 3 Reaper opening. I think that's pretty much his great build.
You know, what I would really like to see is I'd actually like to see a Hellion push. One of the things that I've tried to do against Zerg, and granted this does require it not be scouted initially. Oh, shoot. Screen's going to be full screen, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry. At least nothing happened. What I'd like to see is actually,
Oh boy. No.
Uh-oh. Oh, you thought he was going to put a proxy hatch?
Those cross eyes. I crossed my eyes for a second there.
Holy crap, those cross eyes. Yeah, Bontame is not, he doesn't pull any punches. That bra tells it like it's real, bro.
Yeah.
So, no, what I would do is I usually go I'll go gas first. And then right when my barracks is finished, I'll have enough gas to start my factory, drop the orbital command, and get a reactor on the barracks all simultaneously. And what that allows you to do then is you can pump out 2 Hellions, wall off, and basically see what he's got. Because at this point, by the time those Hellions pop, he has to basically start to commit to a path, like a tech path. And so the thing is, either he's going to go, you know, Ling Bane, or he's going to go Roach, at least at that stage of the game. And so the Hellions will come around the time when he should be laying down one of those 2 buildings. And so that gives you an idea of what he's doing. And if you're good with your macro, which I'm not, you can lay down additional barracks during the harassment with the Hellions. and you can get quite a high worker count. Like I've ended games with only 2 Hellions, where I've just killed so many workers, the other person rage quits. So it's possible. Likely, I don't know. Oh, once again, the Reaper nearly gets caught off guard with a drone surround, but he does force drones off of what is it? Gas. So I mean, you know, he's not going to have his gas nearly as quickly as you know, he wanted for. Yeah. Oh, actually, it denies it. It's preventing him from getting speed right now because he doesn't have anyone in gas, and he's only 8 minerals or 8 gas away from having enough for speed.
Yeah, and at the same time, he's doing a lot better with the repo micro. Doesn't want to lose it here. That would be another highlight reel. But they are going to meet up here, the double reaper that is, but they really can't go up that ramp unless they want to be like their brothers in game number 2. We have the third reaper on the way as well. They're going to meet up in the center. That gas.
You know, this is one of these things where you could just run it into the main, pick off the drone, harass the queen, and then get out. Because there's 3 drones here that he can just get for free. That forces another round of and that's what he's going to do, actually. It looks like he's going to take 2. Oh, no, he's bringing all 3 Reapers over here. Although he decides to engage the Queen, which is a terrible idea because Queens versus Reapers, Queens will always win due to the fact that they're so heavily armored and have about... Yeah, that would be about 3 times the hit points of a Reaper.
Yeah, and Bon, I do think 3 streams up is probably too much, but you know, I'm no expert. But the Reapers really should be more aggressive here. Usually, when you do have these 3 Reapers, you want to be as aggressive as possible, according to Marine Lord, I think, when I asked him.
No. You always want to do it. And the reason is because no unit should go unused. If you've got a scout or harass unit like this, use it as a scout harass unit. If you don't have the APM or the macro mechanics to be able to handle that, then don't try it. But the thing is that at platinum diamond level, you should be able to, at least at a basic level, be able to build a couple of buildings and deal with basic Reaper harass. Even if all you're doing is saying, look, I'm going to send these Reapers up to this little jumpy point here, you know, and, you know, the point where he originally had guard with the Lings, and just do some harass there, build some buildings, then go back. It doesn't look like he's willing to do that. It looks like he wants to maybe push out and keep these Reapers for some other purpose. But is that a Roach Warren? That is a Roach Warren. So this isn't a bad defense, but he needs to start making mines and marauders at this point.
Yeah, it looks like he's actually going to lift off his factory here, throw down his extra production. So that's pretty smart too. Having 3 barracks will help him out immensely once those roaches decide to come in. He could start marauder production as well. We do like with those 3 racks. That's pretty much going to, because 3 racks production. I'm just gonna try a segue here, but 3 racks production will stop any amount of roaches in a roach push. You will probably lose the bunker. You will probably lose the a couple of workers in the defense, but you will hold. And with those 3 CCs, you're gonna be just fine. These Hellions just kind of harassing around. Just basically the threat of them is good enough to force out units from... Oh, this is going to be a Roach Bane attack. I know it.
Well, and you do see the roaches coming out. And this is the other thing, is that with the... well, the Banelings are not there yet. He's going to have a few roaches that are going to push out. And I hate to say it, but Hellions do so little damage to roaches that it's almost like they heal the roaches. I mean, they just kind of wrap them in a warm little blanket of fire, and the roaches just laugh as they hurl their acid and melt the driver of the Hellions. So
yeah, so far no Hellions lost just yet, so they are going to still be
no Terran units lost at all this game.
Oh wow, perfect game so far.
Yeah, except for that's going to end right now as these roaches come in, and they're going to get a pick off of some. They do get a Reaper for free. The Zerglings do come around and try to pick it off. They're trying to pin in the Hellions.
Oh boy.
And they are going to get, but the Hellions are going to get all picked off because these roaches, like I said, you don't do any damage versus roaches with Hellions. I mean, like, look, these roaches are the original roaches he first popped with, and those Hellions are dead. So there's that.
So he basically loses map control with that as well. We do have these 5 roaches and 30 lings on the way. So definitely going to form those into Banelings and push up this ramp. That one orbital command is in the crossfire though. So this wall may hold, but not if Saw Gunner targets down the supply depot. And with that supply block, that may hinder him a little bit here as well.
I mean, it's not terrible, but he's got more than enough roaches to deal with this. I mean, there's a Marauder in there. You know, I mean, if he decides to lift off this command center for any reason, I mean, you just flood one Ling in to land it, and you're good. Now, the medevacs are here, which was something that Mimo-san did not do very well last time. The Lings poke up real quick to go ahead and see if they can, if there's any mines up there. There are no mines. But Mimo-san's going to go ahead and decide to drop. But this is a really bad timing to go drop. He's got a Ling Bane Roach push coming at his front, and he's going to decide to go drop. Like, 16 or 15 Marines is not what he needs. He needs the units here at the front. So the Banelings do come up. They go ahead and they wreck against the bunkers. They get the depot, mostly. These units are getting surrounded, and then, oh my god! The Banelings collide and take almost everything. The Roaches sit here, and the workers come up to try to support it. And they will eventually be able to push us back, but in the meantime, it's not looking very promising because he lost a lot of his combat units there, and he's not producing out of his natural.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's nothing across the map. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're right. I mean, these Marines are over here doing a good job. They take out what's in the third. The Queen is going to die here after injection. Good timing on getting the ejection down. But, I mean, look in the production tab. I mean, there are 32 more Lings coming. Without a wall, Mimo-san is up a creek, man.
Yeah, he does have the minerals to throw them down, and honestly, he should do that right now. Stop chasing with the SCVs. Pull them back. And that third base did go down. That drop's still a big issue here. With all the units going across the map, it looks like we're going to be a bit of a wonky base trade here.
Well, I think it's going to end up last time, where I think these players have played each other enough that they do these sort of like, I don't know, like awkward teenage puberty years sort of like attack. I mean, that's what this feels like right now. I mean, it's like literally, it's like two teenagers using deodorant for the first time. That's what, you know, it's like, oh my god, with stuff so sticky, do I hang my arms out? You know, in the meantime, you see this attack over here. This base goes completely down. The workers clean up a few workers, but here the Banelings are just like here to wreck face, and they do just that. They chase down these Marines. Do they get in there?
Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh my god, they all go down.
Now the big problem with this, Sargunner did put a lot of units into that attack, and he has nowhere near killed Mimo. He really needs to retreat now, get his units back up. The drop on the other side of the map still working in Mimo-san's favor, and with three orbital commands dropping mules, dropping pretty much everything. I mean, Mimo's just in a wonderful position here. Sargunner really needs to spend his minerals, but he can't because he has one base.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, like, even with Larva Injects, which he's keeping up on, thankfully, I mean, he could produce an additional Queen here to go ahead and get some extra defense, but he's only able to produce Zerglings right now because he doesn't have the gas production. He is long-distance mining from his natural, so that's going to give him a small boost, but he needs the Larva. And he did re-expand to both his natural and his third, and they're probably going to pop around the same time. In the meantime, Mimo-san now has managed to maintain his economy. If you look at the econ tab, he's actually ahead by 10 workers, which is very important for Terran in TVZ.
It's 2 grand to 700 in terms of that. This drop will get cleaned up, however. Like, it's not even if it's going to be when it gets picked up. But, yeah, I mean, with the production of Mimo, he could probably push across the map, do a lot more damage, clear some creep. But he's just going to continue with that drop play. Widowmines are
that's fine. I mean, and the thing is, it's even supposed to be spotted here by Sargunner too. I mean, he's got like look at his vision here. I mean, his vision is insane all over the map. These overlords. He doesn't have the path in the middle, and he doesn't have a full path for the whole drop area. But every drop has flown past an overlord. Every single one of them. And in this case, it's going to go past 2. Look at this. It's going to go past 2 of them.
Well, that one I actually didn't see it, but yeah, and the bigger problem is Sargunner doesn't have anything to clear them up. He needs a Spire. If he's going to go for the Zerglings, you need Mutalisks. They are very late, and you really do need them. Oh, Widowmine, though, about to get a good shot.
This game.
Yeah, and now that Widowmines are out, this is going to be a lot harder. There are no upgrades for Sargunner, and +2 is on the way. So, honestly, he's on the clock.
Yeah, I don't think you can actually finish this off, to be honest. I mean, like I said, the Banelings do a good job of connecting with these Marines, taking out as many as they can. But he needs to keep the pressure up. I mean, like, he's got to be able to, like, what happens is he gets great Baneling connects, but he connects with them afterwards. Like, he sends in all the Zerglings first, and they die, and then he sends the Banelings in. And what he needs to do is he needs to send the Banelings in to do the big damage, and then send the Zerglings in to clean up, and he's not able to do that. He's basically wiping out the army, but not the economy of Mimo-san, and things like this drop then become very painful because he doesn't have any Zerglings left to try to deal with this drop. And here's his drop here, you know, with 8 Marines and 4 Marauders, and that's GG for our Zerg player.
Yeah, so Mimo is going to advance into the semifinals. He will play someone. He'll play another player.
I hope he plays another player. Maybe he'll play an admin. Maybe he'll play Pokemon.
He'll play Scare.
He'll do something, and we're gonna freaking like it.
Alright, so it looks like we're going to be casting Dreamatos versus Downfall because Exiled and Pezmaster, I think they may be done at this point. Let me just pull these up and check.
Pull these up and check. I'm gonna grab myself a cup of water. I'll be back in 30. No, that's 30. There you go.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go take a bio break as well. So, guys, I'm going to put on some music for a second here. Let's just pick a good short song. And we will be right back. Where is it? There we go. Be right back, guys.
Everyone has an off day. Surprisingly, an Allstate agent can help. With accident forgiveness, they can make sure your rates don't go up just because of an accident. The good hands are doing more than ever
Well, I think I heard Pastor actually step away, so yeah. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and commentate for a minute.